You're listening to the Eastern Musketeers Sports Network on WSLM 1220 AM with Eli Guthrie and Dylan Beach. You'll hear all the live action tonight on the radio, along with live streaming on Facebook, X, and YouTube. It's game time, and we're ready here on WSLM.
Hello and welcome to Salem High School. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie here for the Washington County clash between the Eastern Musketeers and the Salem Lions. We're here for our pregame show. Eli, how excited are you for this county matchup tonight?
Very excited. It's been long awaited. One of the biggest games for either team, arguably this season, I believe. Be a great opportunity for both teams to get an extra W on the board.
Yeah, Salem coming off that huge win last week versus Corton, Huge win, getting their first of the Mike Gleasing era. How big was it for them to get that first win off before they played their county rival here tonight, Eli?
It's a great way to get their season keep going, getting that first win last week. I feel like it's going to bring a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence into the Salem team tonight, as they have a long history of beating the Musketeers continuously.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels good to get that first one, Eli. I mean, never wanting to go winless, as they like to say. I mean, first win's always got to come eventually, and for them to grab it the week before this big county matchup, that's got to be huge for momentum going into for tonight, Eli.
It sure does. And along with that county matchup, it's also a Mid-Southern Conference matchup, and a way for them to get each team to get another win on the board and another conference win on the board. The Musketeers both teams have a conference win so far, both against Corton. They both seen equal sides of the ball. It's just a great time to see who can take advantage of this one tonight.
And the fireworks are off. The Salem Lions take the field. We got 7 minutes and 30 seconds till kickoff, Eli. Let's go to some keys of the game here tonight, man.
I feel like keys for the game for Eastern tonight will be to pressure the quarterback, hold the run, pressure all around the outside of Salem offense. Just apply pressure. Make them make decisions that are not going to benefit that team. Hold the run. Don't allow the outside run to come. Because last week they had quite a few outsides run. They totaled for 301 yards rushing last week against Corton. Salem did, and also take advantage of the weak secondary. Salem gives up quite a few over the top passes and just a lot of feint plays. They fall asleep in the secondary quite a bit.
Yeah, just their second interception last week, Eli. How big is it for Eastern to be able to keep limiting these turnovers this week too?
It's really beneficial for them to limit these turnovers this week. As we've seen, it's plaguing them this week. In the fourth quarter, especially, they go around, turn the ball over on crucial plays that can get that ball down the field.
Yeah, Eastern, it felt like last week had a lot of issues finishing drives off. I mean, felt like in that second half, a lot of the drives were ending inside their own 50, inside their own 20, but they're going away without any points. And I mean, in a close game versus North Harrison, that's going to kill you.
We're going to go to the national anthem real quick. We'll be back with our pregame show.
To honor America with the performance of the national anthem, 8-time Grammy Award winner Chris Stapleton.
Oh, sing, and you see the dawn to be light. Oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's exclaiming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pale of the sky. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread upon spurs stealing.
Yeah, sorry to cut Chris Stapleton off like that, but we got just under 5 minutes here, Eli. Looking during the national anthem, one thing that stuck out to me is how many more people this Salem football team has. I mean, we mentioned it last week. Injury bug hit Eastern for maybe the first time all year last week. Had 3 guys go down. 2 ended up returning for this week. But, I mean, how big is it for these Musketeers to be able to stay healthy tonight? Eli.
It's very huge. Like you said, the depth charts are a lot deeper on this near side of the field with Salem. They have like at least 10 more people on their sideline. It's for the Musketeers, like you said, injury bug, hitting them quite a bit last week, having 3, but only 1 coming back. One of those being crucial player of Brody Temple, not being he's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Brody Temple being out is going to be a huge test for Eastern. Having to slide Caleb King to tight end. Normally he slotted in at right tackle. Entering the starting lineup for the first time this year for the Musketeers is Micah Tucker, the sophomore. He's going to be starting at both right tackle and D tackle as a new starter. A lot of new guys on this Eastern defensive line this week. Starting at left end is Nathaniel Rankin and Adam Guthrie also starting at D tackle. So in addition with Micah Tucker at all the other D tackle, that's 3 out of the 4 dudes out for Eastern or new starters this week for Eastern. How big is that for Caleb King to be able to lead this front with his sort of leadership with this otherwise young group of guys?
It's going to be huge for him to be able to make sure he holds them accountable. Make sure he holds them to a higher standard than what they've been held to before. Losing those key players from last week holds him to a higher ability here tonight in order to make this thing go well for the Musketeers.
Yeah, I mean, this Eastern team, it's been a while since they beat Salem. Not going to quite tell you how long. That's maybe a trivia question for later, depending on what Eli's feeling later.
Yep.
But these are 2 very young teams, Eli. Salem had their senior night tonight. Only 6 seniors on the roster. Pretty young team. I mean, a building program. First-year head coach Mike Gleasing took over Salem this past off season. Has been coaching for 21 years. Him on the game last week. It feels good. You never want to go winless. I'm happy for our kid. Pride was on the line. It's a big deal. I mean, this feels like a head coach that could be an answer for Salem. I mean, I think we're going to have a really good game here tonight. I mean, it doesn't really matter how either of these teams look. It is a county matchup. They will always be close. Last meeting, Eastern lost 47-48 last year. Pretty close one last time out. Got to be a little bit of bad blood this time.
Sure does. I mean, like you said, pride was on the line last week for Salem Lions. It's the pride of the Lions then. They seem to head off to a slow start at the beginning of the season, having multiple losses in a row. And now they have a chance to get 2 in a row, have a winning streak going. Gleasing, like we mentioned it earlier in the season with Crawford County, we think he's the guy to turn the Seeds program around for Crawford County. We agree that the Gleasing is the guy to turn the Salem program around once again after 2 tough state seasons these past few.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a nice guy, had his stats in order, so we're always going to like a coach like that. Seems like he's going to be maybe a guy to get an uptick going in the Salem program. We just got 1:30 into this game. A couple more takeaways before we get going for some action. I mean, John Harrell, everyone knows him for basketball and football in Indiana. His prediction tonight, 31-24, only the second time he's predicted a Musketeer win so far this year, Eli.
It sure has, and it's going to be huge for the Musketeers. Walking into this game as the favorite rather than the underdog like they have been in the rest of the season except for Crawford County.
Yeah.
It's going to be a huge outstanding elephant in the room for the Musketeers. They're not normally favored in games. Salem's going to use it to their advantage, being the underdog.
Yeah, we're going to see how we get underway here. 12 minutes are on the clock. Cody Bannett out to kick.
I'm looking to see a farther kick tonight for Bannett as he's been struggling, like flirting with that sideline, kicking the ball out of bounds. He's going to try to keep it out of the hands of the deep returners for Salem.
Yeah, speaking of returns, last week, Salem giving up a return touchdown to Springs Valley. That might be
Corden
something
Central.
to watch. Oh, or wait.
Corden Central.
Oh, they played Corden Central last week. My bad, folks. Pardon me on that one. They did give up the return touchdown last week. That might be something to see as Caden Temple and Drury get ready to return them later on tonight. But Ben will be kicking off. We're just about started here at Salem, Eli.
We sure are. We're excited for this one. It's football night in America for Washington County high school football. We are ready for a cross-county matchup.
Yeah, one of the true rivalries left in this country. I mean, Eastern Salem, nothing better than some Washington County football. And Bannett kicks us off, and we're underway. Catches at the 10. Gets up to about the 20. 25. Gets about tackled at about the 25. Salem's going to set up shop at about the 25 on the play.
Nice 15-yard return. They've been averaging about 16 yards per return on kick. So having a deeper kick for Bannett each time he has to kick the ball away will be great, setting them up on least favorable positions.
Yeah, leading the Lions out here today, quarterback Adam Mole. He's a junior here for the Salem Lions, hoping to lead his team to yet another county victory over the Musketeers.
Had 2 fumbles last week. Both of them were turned over.
Not great to see there. Mull, 2 behind him in the backfield. Motions 1 through. Takes the snap, hands off to Dent. Dent gets up to about the line of scrimmage before he's wrapped up once again.
Nice little run to start the drive, the opening drive of the game for the Lions. Able to find a seam early, but then get hit by Big Boy in the backfield in the secondary for the Musketeers.
Originally hit it about the line of scrimmage, coming down for about a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. Good start for the Lions. 2nd and 7 here, 11:33 to go.
Last week, the Salem Lions had 301 yards rushing, like I had mentioned previously. The Musketeers are going to have to find a beast inside them tonight to hold that run to even fewer yards if they want to win this game.
Yeah, that lead back, Logan Dent, going to be getting a lot of carries here tonight. Got that first handoff. Salem comes back out here. Going to have an Eastern player coming off here. Maybe too many men on the field.
A little confusion, it looks like, on both sides of the ball here, trying to figure out what's going to be the next step.
Yeah, that's going to have to be Caleb King exiting the play for the Musketeers. Still in his jersey 85 after he ripped last week. Mull under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to Dent again. Dent gets outside the line. Gets up to about the 35. Fumbles, and Eastern's going to recover. Connor Cleek on the ball, and that is a huge turnover for the Musketeers.
That is a huge start for the defensive Musketeers. We mentioned they have to stop that outside run, I said earlier, but get the pregame show. They did that right there, able to find a smack to the running back of Dent. Dent was getting smoked, fumbled that ball up, coughed it. Musketeers recover.
Yeah, Dent getting outside almost was to that first down marker before fumbling. Connor Cleek, we mentioned it last week. He got my defensive player of the game nod last week. Already adding a fumble recovery as the Musketeers set up shop on the 42. Bennett trotting onto the field for his team. He has Jones in the backfield next to him. Weiniger and Drury off to the left. Temple on the right. Bennett looking for the offering. Takes it. Hands off to Jones. Jones gets up the middle. Stiff arms through one, trucks through one, gets just shy of the first down marker.
Nice little 9-yard run from Jones. They're able to open himself up, not necessarily finding a crease or anything there, just able to fight through that defensive line of this Lions. A lot bigger than the rest of those Lions on that defensive line.
Yeah, always just muscling through. Braden Jones, always going to be a hard guy to take down. And, I mean, you mentioned it, Eli, a lot bigger than this Lions front. Going to see how they have to stop Braden Jones here tonight. Weiniger and Temple off to the right. Drury alone on the left. Jones is in the sidecar. Bennett back in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands off once again. Gets up, trucks forward, and he's going to get the first down, but nothing more.
Little three-yard scamper there from Jones. I like to see him open this game up a little bit. I can see in this next few plays, they let him fly over the top of that secondary, starting to fall asleep, I feel.
Yeah, Eastern has a lot of weapons in this offense. Garrett Drury last week, 4 catches, 48 yards. Caden Temple, 6 catches, 83 yards, in addition to the big running back, Braden Jones, having 24 carries for 134 yards. Got a lot of weapons for Cody Bennett to get the ball to. He's back in the shotgun. 2 off to his right, hands off to Jones again. Gets up the middle, gets shoestring tackled, and that's going to be a minimal gain on the play, Eli.
About a 3 or 4 yard gain for Jones there. He got tripped up at the line, behind the line of scrimmage. I think the Lions are starting to read this offensive scheme so far for the Musketeers.
Ends up being a nice little gain, got tripped up around that line of scrimmage, falls forward for a lot of yards there. Ends up getting about 4 on the play. Good run to get Braden Jones started. Has gone to him all 3 plays so far this game. I think they're probably going to keep going to him.
I can imagine they would.
Going. Temple's in the slot. Weiniger off to the right of him. Drury off to the left. Jones is in the sidecar. Bennett in the shotgun once again. Takes a snap. Hands off to Braden Jones. Gets outside the line. Gets up a little bit. Gets hit hard, and he gets brought down at about the 32 or the 28 there, Eli.
2 yard gain, minimal for Braden Jones there. They're starting to open things up a little less aggressively now that they're starting to get halted. I want to see Bennett and the Musketeer offense starting to find their legs here and throw one deep.
Yeah, Brady Briscoe on the play, hitting him, stopping him in his tracks there. A nice little tackle for the Lions there. Setting up this 3rd and 5, 9 minutes to play. Eastern is driving deep in Lions territory. Bennett back in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers bunched up on the right. Takes the snap. Fakes, gives hand off to Braden Jones, and that one's going nowhere. That's going to be a stop for the Lions on 3rd down, Eli.
Maybe a 1 yard gain, minimal for Jones there. Not a very good offensive play call, I say, from Dean on that sideline. He really did. That was predictable. It didn't see much success out of that drive so far.
Yeah, we're going to see the first attempt for the Musketeers here on 4th down. Weiniger and Temple off to the right. Drury on his own on the left. Braden Jones is in the backfield of Bennett. Bennett back in the shotgun. 4th and 5, 8:20 to play. Takes the snap, looks to throw, goes to pass, and that ball is going to be incomplete to Caden Temple.
Big play there for the Musketeers, not be able to convert like they thought. So turnover on downs, make that the first turnover for the Musketeers. 2 turnovers to start the game.
Yeah, Caden Temple wide open on that play. Just a little bit short of a ball there from Cody Bannett. Salem Lions going to set up shop on their own 27. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Salem, that fumble's got to still be fresh in their head. Eli, how do they get over it here?
They start reading the defense a little bit more aggressively here.
Mull motions Dent through, takes the snap, hands off to the fullback. Fullback gets up a little bit, bowling on the play, going to get about a gain of 3 or 4 on there.
A little nice start there for the Lions this time around. A little 4-yard gain, like you'd said. Now up to the 31-yard line, about where they started their last drive before they fumbled it.
Yeah, Salem not really known for their passing this year. Got 3 feature backs in this team. We're going to be seeing a mixture of Bowling, Pauly, and Dent. Dent getting a lot of those carries. A very versatile backfield room here for Salem, and they're going to use all of them as they don't look out to pass very often. Mull back under center. Motions Dent through again. Dent gets the handoff, gets up to about the line of scrimmage, going to be met by Nathaniel Rankin and a couple of Musketeers to bring him down just for about a gain of 1 or 2 on the play there, Eli.
Very slow start for the Lions running game in a hole. They only have 11 yards rushing on 2 drives here. Again, they did have a turnover on their first possession, but it's a big thing to say. Something needs to be said about a defense that can hold the run as well as the Musketeers are right now.
Yeah, setting up a 3rd and 4 here. Musketeers got to get a stop here if they're wanting to get set back up here with good field position. Mull back under center. He's got Bowling behind him. Takes the handoff. Fakes the handoff to Bowling. Gets the completion up the field to Ponsford. Ponsford gets it down to about the 45.
Ponsford was a huge player last week for that win against Corden Central. He had a few receptions there. Made it very, very, very good start there for the Salem Lions on the passing game. Able to open things up.
A little bit of play action there from Salem. Faking it out a little bit. Airing that one out to Ponsford. Nice little ball delivering up the seam. Getting a first down and a whole lot more as the Lions are in Musketeer territory. Mull back under center. Bowling behind him. Tries to get one snapped offside. He got one there. That's going to be Caleb King on the Musketeers there jumping off sides.
Little lapse in the mind here tonight. Starting for the Musketeers on the defensive wise, they're allowing too many big plays. Like that pass right there was wide open. They only had one person back looking for that pass in all, and he kind of faked the handoff, and Mull was able to find a wide open receiver about 18 yards down the field.
Not exactly what you're looking for from Caleb King there. I mean, one of the better players on this Eastern team, giving an extra 5 yards, setting up shop on their 40. Mull trotting the team back out of the huddle. He's got Bowling behind him once again. He's looking for the offering. Takes it. Looks to throw again. Completes it to Braxton Dean. Dean's going to be wrapped up right around that first down marker by Caden Temple on the play, Eli.
Temple had textbook tackle there, fell back in the zone a little bit more than he probably should have, giving up that little curl route to Braxton Dean on that play, and allowing the first down for the Lions. There's only second of the game.
Yeah, Salem going to end up getting the first down on that play. Dean brought up around the first down marker. Braxton Dean, the only real receiver with any volume on this Salem team. 7 catches for 103 yards on the year. Still looking for that first touchdown as Mull gets back out under center. Has Bowling behind him. Fakes the hand off to Bowling. Gives to Dent. Dent gets outside, and he's going to fall down behind the line of scrimmage for a nice little stop for the Musketeers on first down.
He lost about a half yard on the play. He looked like he's got a little slipped up there. That grass might have a little bit of dew on it as we're heading towards the evening hours. But the Musketeers were all over that. You had big Micah Tucker there on the tackle, ready for him as he read that one like a textbook.
Yeah, he was met by a couple of Musketeer defenders there. Great start there for Eastern, setting back up 5 minutes and 30 seconds here. 2nd and 10 here for the Salem Lions. Mull back under center. Takes the snap. Looks to Bowling. Hands off to Pauly instead. Pauly looking to turn upfield. Got a little bit of space. Going to get up to about the first down marker before getting brought down short for about a gain of 8 on the play. Set up this 3rd down, Eli.
It looked to be handed all up the middle there on that little dish route. There was a speed option kind of. He flipped it out to his return as his running back. Ended up finding a crease and getting down the field. A couple 3 or 4 lead blockers on that one.
Yeah, had a lot of blockers on the play. Surprised he couldn't get to that first down marker here, but this was the first real test for this Musketeer defense today. 3rd and 2nd here, 5 minutes of play here from Salem High School. Mull back under center. He has Bowling behind him. Pitches it to Bowling. Gets met by Caleb King, and Caleb King is going to bring him down way back in the backfield, Eli.
That was a huge play from Caleb King there. They don't run it to his side very often, like he's famous for saying, noting on any possession that run. So it's a nice stand there for Caleb King. He was almost not even in the area to tackle him, but him just grabbing his jersey and ripping him down with that pure strength he has the ability to do.
Getting right through that line right away. They're setting up this 4th and 8 for Salem. Going to see what Coach Gleasing's cooking up here. They've got 2 wide receivers out, both Dean out onto the left side. Mull back in her shotgun, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, setting up a halfback screen here. Bowling catching it, still running, breaking the tackle from Rankin, and he is going to be brought up short of the marker turnover on downs for the Lions.
About a 2-yard catch and run there. The Musketeers sent full force on that. It was like a little screen undermined screenplay there from Salem, really trying to open things up, but did not get very far on that one.
Yeah, that might have been the farthest I've seen a quarterback run back during a screen setup, but end up getting it completed, had some space. Nathaniel Rankin was really the only guy to beat there to get that first down. Nathaniel Rankin really saving the drive there for the Musketeers as they set back up shop on their own 30. 4 minutes to play here if you're just joining us. Eastern taking over on downs from Salem. Bannett getting his team back out there. Jury in the slot from the left. Weininger and Temple on each side. Jones in the backfield. Bannett looking for the snap. Takes it. Fakes the handoff. Completes it to Drury out of the screen, and he's going to be met way behind the line of scrimmage. That play was balling up from the start.
Nothing really working there for the Musketeers. Their first pass play of the game goes – their second pass play of the game goes nowhere. Really setting them up back 2nd and 13 now.
Yeah, Eastern setting up that first drive deep in Lions territory. Now behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Got to see what Coach Dean gets drawn up here to get them back on schedule, Eli.
We sure do. We're looking at probably a run from Jones at the middle here. They had a lot of success on their first drive, having 17 yards rushing on their first drive for Jones. He's not looking to ease up right now.
Yeah, Eastern back out there from the 27th. 2 wide receivers off to the right. Jury alone on the left. Bannett looking for the snap. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Delay of game
on the Musketeers giving away. We're going to get a timeout before the delay of game. Flag's going to be picked up on that one. Eastern using their first timeout here of 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie, and we'll be right back after this message from our sponsors.
It's time to put on the old gold and black. Hail Purdue. And jump on the Boilermakers special.
Oh, Boilermakers! A 39-yard flea flicker!
The Boilers and the Fighting Illini battle for the Cannon Trophy this weekend. Boiler up, Purdue fans. Join us Saturday. Our coverage begins at 2:30 on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Welcome back here to Salem High School, where the Eastern Musketeers are still knotted up at 0 versus the Salem Lions. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in this first quarter, folks. Cody Bannett has Jones in the backfield. Weininger out to the left, Drury in the slot. Temple all alone on the right side. 2nd and 13 here. Bannett takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Jones, looks to throw, looks for Temple, and that one is going to be way too far for Temple. That was certainly a house call if that ball is on the money, Eli.
Oh, I know. Overthrew him about 5 or 6 yards on that one. Didn't really set up the Musketeers for any success there, as they're allowing too much for the Lions defense right now. That weak secondary came to show there. Yeah. And it could not quite connect with Temple.
Temple having a couple of steps on his guy there. If you put that in the breadbasket, that is almost certainly a Musketeer touchdown, setting up first score of the game, but still tied up here, knotted up at 0 here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Bannett back out in the shotgun for this 3rd and 13. Drury on the slot. Bannett takes a snap, looks to throw, scrambling outright, looking for Temple. Finds Temple for first down, and that drive is going to keep going for the Musketeers. Great play by Temple and Bannett.
About a 15-yard pass there as Bannett lost his footing, falling down in the backfield, but ended up letting one sling there. Temple's in the perfect position to catch that one, no one around him.
Yeah, Temple continuing to show off his route running each week, continuing to get open almost every time he's called to. Bannett, impressive ball for being falling down like he did on that play.
Good off his back foot.
Great ball to keep this Musketeer drive going. 1st and 10 from the 41 here. 3 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in this first quarter. Bannett takes the snap, looking to throw again, looking for Temple once again. And Temple's going to be tripped up. That's going to most likely be pass interference on the play.
Man, they're calling Temple's name again. We said for one of the keys we did not mention beginning of the game there for the Salem Lions was keep the ball out of Temple's hands. He's became a big impact with Musketeer offense recently. That pass interference call there is just another show of how he can draw out flags.
Yeah, it might be a very, very strict pass interference call there, but I mean, he's tripped up. The ref's most likely going to call that one. That one's going to be on number 5, Lorman, on the Salem Lions team.
Man, what a questionable pass interference call. He looked like he got their feet caught together a little bit on that little out route run, but instead they call a pass interference, setting the Musketeers up in plus territory on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, feet getting tangled up there. Eastern might be definitely getting a break here on the visiting this road trip today. I mean, it might have been getting a break them there. Eastern setting up on the Lions, 44. Back out here again is Bannett. Bannett's in the shotgun of Jones off to his left. Temple off to the right, motioning through. Bannett fakes the handoff, gets up to about the line of scrimmage, busts outside, gets up to about the first down, stiffs through one, gets taken down hard, but should be moving the chains once again for the Musketeers, or at least close here, Eli.
He sure could. That was a nice run there from Bannett, able to get 9 yards, a nice second down and short coming up. He was smacked a good one at the end of that play there. He was ultimately wrapped up, ready to go to the turf. But another Salem defender came in and made sure that was true.
Yeah, that was a big hit there from the Salem defender. 2nd and 1 here, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Still knotted up at 0 here from Salem High School. Bannett back in the shotgun. Jones off to his left. Drury in the slot. Temple alone on the right side. 2nd and 1 here. Motioning Temple through once again. Hands it off to Temple this time. Tosses, gets out, tries to get outside. That's going to be wrapped up short, and we're going to have a flag on the play.
See probably another holding call on Eastern there, but there's not really much Eastern players in the vicinity of that run. Not sure what they're going to be calling there. They have
we got to hold once again against the Musketeers. Not great there for Eastern. Going from a 2nd and 1, going to be moving those chains back.
2nd and 11.
Yeah, that's not great for the Musketeers, getting right back behind schedule. Had that huge first down run from Bannett. Going to be going back to the original line of sticks about.
They sure will. Actually, a little further than that, it looks, unless they're lining up their huddle here. Makes it troublesome for the Musketeers getting all those penalties they have. Penalties with maintaining penalties tonight for Musketeers was a huge thing. Maybe they can start figuring stuff out a little bit sooner rather than fourth quarter, where it happens very frequently.
Yeah, Musketeers right back where they started this drive. 2nd and 10, 2 minutes to play here from Salem High School. Still got a tie ball game here at WSLM. Musketeers got 3 wide receivers off to the right, including the tight end Caleb King. Drury alone on the left side. Jones is in the backfield. Takes a snap, looks a throw, looks for Caleb King, completes it to about the line of scrimmage, gets back up to the 40, keeps on trucking, still on his feet. He's going to fumble. Salem is going to take over here. Caleb King, not a great start there for Musketeer offense, as the Lions will be setting up right back around midfield here.
Bad description of where tight end. He was the first time tight end tonight after losing Brody Temple last week. Turned the ball over on his first catch. Not a good vision there for Coach Dean on that Musketeer sideline.
Yeah, not a great start there for the Musketeers. Caleb King had a catch in about 5 yards there. Kept trying to churn, and I mean, a dog pile of dudes almost. Ends up fumbling late into that play. Salem Lions going to set up shop on the 42. 1st and 10 here. Mull under center. Takes a snap. Hasn't taken the snap yet. Motions it. Gets it to Dent. Dent back up. Got some room here. Gets up to the 40. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds around the 35. That is a big run for the Salem Lions on the play.
It is really opening up that outside run once again like they did last week versus Corden. Able to find some creases in the defense and get outside, making things very easy for them if they want to pass the ball.
Yeah, pardon my stumbles on that one. End up motioning through Pauly. Pitching out to Dent. Dent getting up the sideline for a huge gain to set up the Lions into Musketeer territory here. 1st and 10, minute 30 to play here from Salem High School. Ball in the 38. Mull back under center. Motioning Dent through this time. Hands it off to Bowling. Bowling gets up to about the line of scrimmage before being met by a lot of Musketeers. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
Seems like that when the Salem Lions run up the middle, they see very little success on their run game. But running the ball outside really allows for a more broad aspect of the field, seeing green grass every time they do it. That plays to stop before it started.
Yeah, we saw that burst that Dent had on that last run. Got to get him the ball outside more a little bit. These runs up the middle just don't seem like they're working so far, Eli.
They do not. We're going to see I feel like we're going to see another pass coming up here from Mole.
Just under a minute here in the first quarter. Mull back under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw again to Ponsford, not getting picked up by Temple.
Temple gets his hands on that one. The ball goes flying. Almost had a catch there. Ended up tipping it to Temple right into his hands, setting the Musketeers up once again. 2 turnovers on 4 possessions. 2 turnovers for each side.
That is a miraculous interception from Temple there. Ponsford trying to make the acrobatic catch, ends up tipping it right to Temple. And the Musketeers will set back up here. 49 seconds left in this first quarter. Still tied up here at 0 for those folks at home. That is a huge, huge stop for the Musketeers, Eli.
It sure is. It now sets them up in the 29-yard line here. 24-yard line, ready for this next drive. Let's hope another turnover does not ensue. We've seen 4 turnovers already in this contest. There's only been 4 possessions.
Yeah, some turnover on down, some fumbles from each side, interception from the Lions. Bannett back out here of 3 wide receivers off to the right. Drury alone on the left. Jones is in the sidecar. Bannett in the shotgun looking for the snap. Takes it. Pitches out to Jones. Jones trying to beat it to the outside. Gets up to the outside. Gets past the line of scrimmage. Gets up, shoved out of bounds around the 30-ish for a nice little first down game. First yard play there.
A first down play, about 3 yards running there from Jones. He ran a lot further than his gain really showed. He ran about 17 yards just to get picked up about 3. Very, very good awareness and aggressiveness from Jones there. We saw the speed from him like we haven't seen recently.
Yeah, I was running a lot of east-west there. Ends up getting about 5 on the play, setting up Eastern ahead of schedule here. 41 seconds left in this first quarter. Bannett back in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers off to the right again. Hands off to Jones. Gets up to the line of scrimmage. Trucks through 1. Gets up to about the first down marker. We're going to see where they mark this one.
Gain of 6 or 7 on the play, it looks like. Musketeers are going to get on their first down. Now the clock stops for this until they move the chains. We're going to see probably quicker offense here trying to catch the Salem Lions off guard.
Yeah, that clock is still ticking here. Just about 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Eastern driving a little bit after taking over after that Temple interception. Bannett back in the shotgun. McBride subbing in for Jones. Still 3 wide receivers off to the right. Drury alone on the left. Bannett takes a snap with 15 to play. Gets it to Drury. Drury got about 5 on the play. Gets up to about the 40 before he's wrapped up short of the first down.
I like seeing this little quick passes here from Bannett. The clock's going to expire here in the first quarter, but we haven't seen less than pretty good things from your side, but not on the offensive turns overall, not very well started.
Yeah, that's going to be the last play of this first quarter. Still 0-0 here in this Washington County battle. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie for WSLM, and we'll be back after a short message from our sponsors.
Governor Holcomb, I love how high school sports teach the importance of the journey.
I couldn't agree more, Commissioner Neidig. Before any measure of success is achieved, like making a winning play or earning a state championship, student athletes go on an essential journey that humbles and teaches them every step of the way.
The lessons learned along the journey of high school sports are about so much more than just the game. Student athletes learn how to persevere through adversity, never give up, and to get better every day.
This second classroom teaches the skills, behaviors, and attitudes student athletes need to be successful on the playing field and in life.
There's no better training ground for today's teens on their way to becoming tomorrow's leaders. Support the vital work of education-based athletics by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is the journey of high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie for this Washington County clash between the Eastern Musketeers and the Salem Lions. Start of the second quarter here, we're still tied up. 12 minutes are back on the clock. The sides have been switched here. Eastern setting back up here for 2nd and 5 from the 41. Bannett with McBride still in the backfield for Jones. 3 wide receivers off to the left. Takes a snap. Scrambles out to the right, looking to throw to Temple. Temple slipping up on the play, getting back up, not quite able to make the catch on that play.
Seems to be a reoccurring thing so far in this game. Players slipping on the grass. The grass seems to be a little wet tonight. It's causing some offensive troubles when coming to passing the ball. Looking to see a little bit of change up here, 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Musketeers.
Yeah, a lot of slips here on this home sideline even. Dent slipping and falling earlier on it. Temple trying to run that route there, tripping around the 50-yard line. Setting up a 3rd down here, Eli. Got to see this Eastern team convert on 3rd down. It's been a challenge for them throughout the years to be able to convert on 3rd down and keep these drives going. But Bannett back in the shotgun with Jones back in the game. Hands it off to Jones. He's going to fumble and bobble it, but he is going to get back up close to that 1st down marker. Interesting decision here for Coach Dean.
It really is. I like to see them going for it here on 4th and 1. Although Jones showed a little bit of weakness there, fumbling the ball, bobbing around in his hands, I see them still going for this as they jog Caleb King back out on the field, out the slot area it looks like now.
Yeah, Eastern there. The Salem defense certainly seeing blood in the water, seeing that ball getting bobbled, but Jones doing a great job of recovering it before that got on the ground. Setting up a 4th and 1 here, still tied up at 0. We just started the 2nd quarter. Hands it off to Jones. Gets up. He's going to have the 1st down and more. Gets to about the 40. Going to be wrapped up at about that 40-yard line. A great run for Braden Jones on the play.
Yeah, nice little 15, 16-yard run for Jones there on the 4th and 1. I see the Salem Lions expecting a little underneath kind of QB sneak there on 4th and 1, but instead they give up a huge 15-yard run, setting the Musketeers up now in plus territory.
Yeah, the Musketeer finally back in Lions territory following that 2nd drive. Got there in the 1st drive via turnover, ends up driving just short last time. Bannett back on the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers to his right, Drury to his left, rolls out to the right, looking to throw here. Gonna get met by a lot of Lions, and he's gonna have no other choice than to let that one go.
Another pass incomplete there from Bannett, not able to find anybody so far. It seemed to be a plague right now on offensive throwing.
Bannett getting chased off to the sideline there, showing off a little bit of athleticism, hopping over the bench on his way back into the field. If I'm Coach Dean, I certainly don't like my quarterback taking chances like that. Gonna see what they draw up here. Just under 11 minutes to play in this 1st half. 2nd and 10 here. Game is still tied up 0-0 for all you folks at home. Eastern back out with the 3 wide receivers off to the right. Nathan McBride back into the game. Drury alone on the left. Jones is in the backfield with Bannett. Bannett in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Jones. Gets up to the line of scrimmage. Gets met by a couple of Lions and a couple of his own guys there, stopping him in his tracks to set up this 3rd down.
Little 3rd down and about 7 coming up for the Musketeers. He used to be limping a little bit now, Jones is. He's covered in dirt and mud all over the place. It's a big, big thing to keep him in the game tonight.
Yeah, Salem might owe a little bit of thanks there on the play to Aiden Miller, getting in Jones's way a little bit as he was getting brought down. Might have been able to reach forward for a couple more. Going to see what Coach Dean draws up here on 3rd and 7. There's 10 minutes to play. We're still knotted up. 2 running backs in the backfield for the Musketeers. Jones and McBride. Takes a snap, hands off to Jones. Jones churns up a little bit, and he is going to be short of the 1st down marker. Set up a 4th down here for the Musketeers.
A 4th down and about 2 coming up for the Musketeers. Able to find Jones again, able to get to that defensive line, find a seam. See a little bit of green grass, not much. Powell driving his way through for a 4-yard, 5-yard gain.
Yeah, one of Eastern's favorite formations so far this year, that double halfback set with McBride and Jones. They can do a lot out of it. They fake the handoff to McBride quite often, back to Jones and vice versa. They also can motion McBride out to wide receiver, where he's been playing a lot of here lately. And that's where he shifts out to here. He's the furthest outside receiver on this 4th and 3 here for the Musketeers. We're going to have a timeout from Eastern here. Want to think it over on this crucial 4th down in Lions territory. 9 minutes and 26 seconds to play here in Salem High School. Still tied 0-0. This is Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie for WSLM, taking a short break for an ad.
He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier country. Catch Indiana University football all season long. Coach Allen takes his Hoosiers on the road Saturday to take on the Maryland Terrapins. Join us Saturday. Our coverage begins at 2:30 on the Neal Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Welcome back here to Salem High School. home of the Lions, where we still have a 0-0 ball game here tonight. Eastern Musketeers driving, met with a very crucial 4th and 3. The Musketeers just took a timeout to think this one over. Back out here in that double halfback formation we just mentioned before the break. Temple alone on the right, Drury off to the left. McBride and Jones in the backfield with Bennett. In the shotgun here on 4th and 3. He's going to take the snap, hand off to Jones again. Jones going to get met. He's going to have the first down and a little bit more. A huge conversion for the Musketeers, Eli.
Like you said, that little double halfback formation they have on offense here, I could see it faking out the defense a lot more than it looks to be. They're handing off one way, going the other way. It's been a big thing last week against North Harrison, did it quite a bit, and it faked the North Harrison defense out quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you can truly never know who they're going to give that ball to until they actually do it. I mean, as much as Eastern's ran it, they've given the ball to each running back plenty of times this year. That's got to be hard for the defense to read, Eli.
It sure does. I'm glad to see they're actually changing things up a little bit. We haven't seen the kind of open playbook like we had last week, the big fake rollout there to find the tight end in the end zone. Jones even, but we haven't seen that tonight. Looking to see a little bit more open playbook.
Yeah, we're going to see the clock get rolling back again here. 9-10 to play in this first half. Bannett back with those 2 running backs. Takes the handoff again. Fakes the handoff to Jones. Gives it to McBride, and he is going to be met early by Bowling in the backfield, Eli.
We saw him go one way last time. They did the exact same play that time. Just ended up bringing McBride this time. McBride was able to met with the defender immediately after receiving the handoff. Nothing formatting there for the Musketeers.
Yeah, miraculously going to end up stretching that one out for maybe a yard or 2 on the play. Good effort by Jones. Even better effort by Bowling to get in the backfield there for the Lions. Setting up this 2nd and 9 here, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Back out in that 2 backfield handoff. Bannett takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Jones. Looks for Drury. Gets Drury about the sticks. Drury continuing to keep going. And he's at about the 18 there. Maybe going to have a first down here for the Musketeers.
About a 9-yard catch and run there from the Musketeers. I like that pass by Cody Bennett that he do cross his body. Ended up finding Garrett through the ball at perfect time, finding Drury. Rousey turning around. The line defensive cornerback didn't see it coming.
Yeah, maybe an unfavorable spot there for the Musketeers. Almost catching at the sticks. Turning back, losing a couple of yards after the catch. Setting up a very, very manageable 3rd and 1 here for the Musketeers as the clock eclipses 8 minutes here in this first half. Still tied 0-0. Musketeers with 2 wide receivers off to the left, motioning McBride back out to the wide receiver slot. Temple alone on this right side. He's the player to watch. Takes the snap, hands off to Jones, gets up the middle a little bit for a minimal gain. Most likely a first down for the Musketeers, though.
About a 1-yard rush there from Jones, and it's confirmed now a first down. That kind of powerhouse running they have to do on those short little yardage gain plays. Nice to see Braden Jones getting up there.
I mean, it's not a really flashy play, Eli, but that's really all you need on 3rd and 1 is just that 1 yard. Going to get it there. Looking to see what Eastern cooking up. Once they getting their first drive down here in the red zone, Temple and McBride off to the right. Drury alone on the left. Bannett and Jones are in the backfield. Bannett looking for the snap. Takes it. Rolling out right. Looks for Temple. Going to be a little high, and that one's going to be incomplete. Set up a 2nd down, Eli.
Bannett seems to be throwing the ball a little high tonight for finding each of his receivers. He's overthrown 2 passes so far, 3 passes so far, actually, and they've all been to Temple.
Yeah.
Temple he's not the highest jumper in the world, but he can get up there, but he seems to be throwing the ball over their heads a little too much tonight.
Yeah, maybe Cody too used to throwing those alley-oops to Jacob Cherry last year, maybe thinking that's who's in number 5 tonight, but he's got to get dialed in with Temple. We've mentioned in the past a lot, Eli, how big of a weapon Caden Temple is for this Musketeer offense. 6 catches, 83 yards, another 2 carries and 11 yards for him last week. Another huge game for Caden Temple.
And an interception tonight already.
Yeah, interception already tonight. Continues to get targets. McBride's the lone wide receiver off to the right. Temple and King off to the left. Motions Garrett Drury through, and we're going to have a flag on the play. A false start on the Musketeers. Think they're going to get McBride on that one.
Yep, 2nd down and 15 now. A little less favorable position now. They're going to go back to about the 23-yard line on this one. Excuse me, not 23-yard line. 8-yard line. Put back on the 28-yard line, it seems to be.
It's going to be about the 23-ish.
Oh, I looked at the scoreboard. It's at 23 already, so I was confused.
Yeah, that's going to be backing them out of the red zone there. Musketeers getting to the red zone. Now they're going to have to work to get back to it on the 2nd and 15. Bennett didn't look too happy with McBride on that one, Eli. Setting up this 2nd and 15, 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first half. Still tied up at 0. Very very different from this Eastern Salem game last year that ended 47-48. Bannett motioning Drury through, takes a snap. Drury's the lead blocker for Jones. Jones gets up to about the line, and he is not going to be getting a very big gain on that play, maybe 2 or 3, Eli.
I'd say favorably about 3 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 12 now. Well, they're giving him 1 yard, it looks to be. 3rd down and 14. They go and gave him 1 yard on that run.
Wasn't a lot on that play. Really swallowed up. Eastern really liking to motion Garrett Drury through a lot this year. He's often a lead blocker, almost a fullback of sorts for Jones on these plays. That's probably one of the worst ones we've seen so far this year. Jones met right away. Drury not really able to block anybody there as he goes back out to wide receiver. 2 wide receivers on each side for Bannett. Takes the snap, looks to throw. He's scrambling out here, looking for Temple. Temple going to make the catch, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 13 here. He's going to be short of the 1st down marker. Got to see what the Musketeers are going to do here on 4th.
I'm still liking this little rollout and catch play for the Musketeers, putting the ball from the 20-yard line up to the about 14. So about 8 yards on that catch and run there. I'm glad to see Bannett finding Temple that time, not overthrowing him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Eastern does here on 4th and 5. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this second half. The Salem fans are up on their feet for this 4th down. I mean, never really going to be able to see Eastern attempt a field goal from here. I mean, Cody Bannett, he's more of a PAT guy. Not really going to be seeing him drawing up a field goal here, but I think we're going to see another timeout here to think about it for the Musketeers. And I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie, still tied up at 0 here at Salem High School. And this will be an ad break for WSLM.
Iron Eagle here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. NFC North action ahead this week from Green Bay with Jordan Love and the Packers coming off a 3-score 4th-quarter comeback win last week. Now they host Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, who also moved to 2-1 with a victory on Sunday. Join me and newly inducted Hall of Famer Joe Thomas for all the action on Thursday Night Football.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School. Both teams still thinking it over here, tied 0-0 here deep in this second quarter. Just 6 minutes to play here in this first half. What's got to change here tonight, Eli, for both of these sides to get this one of these teams on the scoreboard?
Oh, they got to change their aggressiveness. I think both teams came into this game tonight expecting to find success without little effort tonight. Because, the Salem have had numerous amounts of success against the Musketeers in previous years and not looking to give up anything tonight. As a 4th down and 5 comes up, we're going to see the Musketeers try to take advantage of this short yardage here.
It's a very, very long win streak for the Salem Lions so far. Like we mentioned, 6 minutes and 14 seconds left in this first half. Still tied up here. 4th and 5 for the Musketeers. Bannett's got 2 in the backfield. He takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Looking for Temple. Temple in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for Caden Temple. Another spectacular catch for Caden Temple, getting 6 for the Musketeers.
What a nice play there from the Musketeers, able to find Temple for 13 yards reception for a touchdown. Huge play on top of Moss, that defender.
We asked Eli what needed to change. He mentioned the aggressiveness. Look no further from the Musketeers, maybe listening to the call there as Luke Dean draws up that fade to Caden Temple, and Caden Temple once again just going up and getting that ball. As Bannett's out here for the PAT, Drury takes a snap, puts it down. Temple, that's going to be a line drive, and it's good.
Wow.
A good kick from from Eastern, setting up a 7-0 lead over their county rivals early here. 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go. What's Eastern got to keep doing to capitalize on this momentum, Eli?
Keep allowing Salem to turn the ball over in lapse moments that they have. It's going to bring only more success to this Musketeer offense as they set up. That last drive here was set up by Salem Lions interception. That lasted almost half the second quarter here. It was excellent to see the Musketeers able to take advantage of that and capitalize.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that's the first drive of this game with just 6 minutes left in this first half that didn't end in a turnover or turnover on downs. Hasn't been the cleanest of football from either side so far, but got to see how Salem responds here to this first punch being thrown. I mean, not many times in this history of this matchup have they been down early to the Eastern Musketeers. Mentioning this series rivalry here. Not much of a rivalry over the years. 2-13 is Eastern's record versus Salem over the years. Got to see some more wins get in those columns over the next couple of years, make this series look a little bit more competitive.
They sure do. This a win tonight would set them up with huge advantage going into next season if at Eastern with Salem again after last season's lapse of success on the last drive. They're losing in overtime against the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time these two teams meet up, it is an entertaining ball game. Maybe we got a classic on our hands right away. Going to see how Salem responds. Already a great touchdown catch from Temple. Back out to kickoff is the quarterback who just made that pass, the Swiss Army knife, Cody Bannett. Taking the field for this Eastern team. He gets ready to send it off deep. Boots it. That is a great kick from Bannett. That one's going to be caught at about the end zone from the Lions. Gets to a 10, 15. Going to be met up by a bunch of Musketeers. He's not going to get up to the 20.
Like I mentioned at the beginning of the game, Lions averaged 16.7 yards on returns. That kick from Bannett there set them up with great positioning. Now, because they catching at the goal line and getting that 16.7 yards doesn't make much of a difference. He got up to like the 18, 19-yard line. Still a huge success for a kickoff return there for the Musketeers.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal kick from Bannett, really airing that one up over there. Almost catching that one in the end zone was Bowling, not going to get back to his 20. Maybe she'll let that one bounce out of the end zone. But we're going to see what Salem's setting up here. Mole back under center, motioning Dent through. Pitches it to Dent. Dent trying to get up to the line of scrimmage. Got a little bit of room. Gets outside, jukes out Temple. And he's going to be met by Garrett Drury at about the first down marker, Eli.
About 8 yards on that little run there from the Lions. He found a seam to the outside. It's been a reoccurring thing for the Lions tonight, finding that outside gap. Able to find the corner and get about the first down marker. They give him that first down, actually. They give him that benefit of the doubt there, a first down for the Lions.
Yeah, Dent, nice little run there. Once again, Eli mentioned in the pregame, they have got to be able to get the ball to the outside. I mean, in the trenches, even with Eastern debuting 3 new starters, still a very, very big defensive front. I mean, Micah Tucker and Adam Guthrie, both big bodies on the D tackles. As Mole takes another handoff here, gets a hand up off the middle, gets met by the ref, and then met by a couple of Musketeers. That's going to be a gain of about 15 on the play.
Man, I almost lost the ball there for a second. It looked like it went all over the place there. Ended up finding a huge hole, 17 yards pickup for the Lions, almost in plus territory this time.
Yeah, Eastern having a lot of trouble to get them down there. First contact on that play, not even from a Musketeer, was from a ref of all people. Running up the middle, getting hit by that ref, and then a Musketeer defender ended up getting him down there. Huge play setting up Salem just shy of Musketeer territory. Mole back under center. He's got Bowling behind him. He's going to get his offensive line set. He's going to take his snap. He's rolling out to throw once again. The lefty from the 40 looking to throw. He's going to air one out, and that one's going to be thrown long. Pass intended for Pauly on the play.
Only their 4th pass of the night. He's about 75% on that one. Having about 31 yards passing, not able to connect there. But another thing for the Musketeers to keep an eye out on this drive, they already have 27 yards rushing on this drive so far for the Lions. That's giving up a lot of yards, a lot of precious yardage. Keep him out of the back, keep him out of the plus territory.
And while we were looking downfield for that pass, Eli, a flag coming down, a legal man downfield for the Lions, that's going to back them up a little bit further.
That would almost negate the incomplete pass there, but it's still setting up the Lions in a back unless favorable position here. It's going to set them back up at their 43-yard line.
Yeah, Eastern, always going to be a tricky decision if you're going to ever accept a penalty on a 1st and 10 there. But with the incompletion, setting them back, restart a first down here, just under 5 minutes to play. Dent gets the handoff to the sideline, gets up a blocker or two, gets met at about the 50, gets down at about the 45, just shy of the first down marker, but a huge play from Salem to set themselves up here on the second down.
About 11 yards there on the run for Dent there. He was last week able to find that outside run once again. It's been a thing for the Musketeers all night tonight, allowing that outside run on multiple occasions. They're giving up too much room for this line offense and Dent.
Salem back in Musketeer territory. Last time they were in Musketeer territory, of course, throwing that interception off the hands of Ponford to Temple. 2nd and 4 here, 4:50 on the clock. Salem trails 7-0 to the Musketeers. Dent motioning through again. Hands it off to Pauly. Pauly's got some room, and Garrett Drury is going to save a touchdown there on the play. First down for Salem, but could have been much, much worse for the Musketeers.
About a 9-yard run pickup there for the Lions, able to move the chains that time, putting them at about the 37-yard line on the Musketeers side of the field. Musketeers, another lapse in the defense that time, looking prepared for that outside run rather than the inside this time.
Yeah, Salem with a lot of motion on that play, and I mean, if Garrett Drury wasn't there, that could have been 6 for Salem. It would have been him or Duke's to have to make that play. Mull back under center, motioning Pauly through, hands it off to Bowling. Bowling trying to bounce outside, and he is going to be met by Connor Cleek and wrapped up way behind the line of scrimmage. Probably going to need a little bit of forward progress, but a huge play by Connor Cleek.
A loss of 4 on the play there. It went from having about 40-something yards on the drive here now, back inside the 30s here. It's been a huge loss for the Musketeers on their defensive ends.
I mean, let's just talk about Connor Cleek again one more time. Was all over defense last week. Already has the fumble recovery tonight, blowing up that play there. I mean, Connor Cleek has been a very, very underrated defender for this Musketeer team so far this year. Taking the snap is Mull. Mull trying to keep it himself. Gets outside a little bit. Met by Dukes. Dukes is going to trip him up. Set up a 3rd and short here for the Lions.
Nice little run there. At the outside, once again, we're seeing that. I can't say it enough. Musketeers got to figure it out. Got to able to stop that outside run. They're giving up too many yards. Another 6-yard pickup there for the Lions.
Yeah, Musketeers, I mean, they have the big interior defensive line. I mean, they have got to be able to put on some sort of containment. I mean, losing Brody Temple can't be helping a lot with that contained effort because, I mean, he was an edge rusher on this team. Mull back out there. Under shotgun. Motions Dent through again. Pauly's going to get the play on that one that got a big carry earlier. He's going to be met early, and that is a huge play for the Musketeers on 3rd down. Set up a 4th and quite long here, Eli.
The Musketeers are starting to figure out the offensive scheme for the Lions now in this game. They gave up quite a few yards on the run to start this drive, and even the previous play. But now they're holding the Lions to a 4th and 7. Long one here coming from the Lions.
We've mentioned how often Eastern will run the same play every once in a while. Salem taking a play or two off there, trying to go back to that misdirection from Pauly that almost scored earlier. Set up a 4th and 7 here, 2:29 to play. Mull takes the snap. He's looking to throw here. Caleb King hits him as he throws, and that one should have been picked off by Weiniger, but going to be a turnover on downs here for the Musketeers.
Weiniger had his hands on that one, ready to intercept it. Couldn't quite find the footing for it. Went right through his hands. Now the Musketeers take the field again for a 2-minute drill for this halftime.
Yeah, I know it's a very cliche statement, but maybe that's why he's playing cornerback, Eli. It's all love for Reese Weiniger. Sure, he'll bounce back. Didn't really even need to pick that one off. Might have gotten better field position off just dropping that one. But Musketeers going to set up on the 35. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to play for all you angel number believers out there. Musketeers lead 7-0 over the Lions here at Salem High School. And Cody Bannett trots back onto the field to try to lead his team down the field with just 2 minutes to play, Eli.
Sure does here. It's been exciting to see this next 2-minute drill go.
Back out with 2 wide receivers on each side, motioning Temple through. He's going to toss it to Temple. He's got some blockers. Temple getting outside his cornerback. Gets up to about the 1st down marker, and we're going to have a flag down. That's most likely going to be a hold on Eastern there.
That's going to be coming back this time around. Nice little play from Temple there, motioning across the field, finding his seam to the outside and the far side of the field, getting 8 yards, but losing 10 on the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, had some blockers there. Not as quite as bad as you would hope there for Musketeers, but, I mean, you've got to get that play in. You can't be holding on that outside edge. Caden Temple had some blockers there, had a little bit of room, had a nice little gain, but that's going to be moving them back all the way back to the 25 as this 2-minute drill gets a little bit harder with 2 minutes and 15 seconds play.
It sure does. Now they're on a 1st and 20. 1st and 20 on 20 yards on a 1st down is up to the 45-yard line from their own 25.
Yep. Bannett back with trips on the right. Drury alone on the left. Takes it. He's looking to throw, scrambling off to his left. Motioning Drury up the field. Pump fakes once. Gets up past the line of scrimmage there. Gets out of bounds for a minimal gain for the Musketeers.
About a 2 or 3 yard run there from Bannett. Not able to find a receiver of Drury down the field. He was triple covered on that one. He had the whole defensive line on the lines coming his way. Couldn't quite find his footing. Gained about 2 or 3.
Yeah, all the wide receivers on that play were on the right side, except for Drury for the Musketeers. Bannett getting out of the pocket for about a gain of 1, was trying to motion Drury up the field to air it out for him, was covered like a blanket there. Bannett back out here again. The trips are still off to the right. Takes the handoff, hands off to Jones. Gets it up the middle a little bit. Get hit hard, keeps on going. This is going to set up a 3rd and very long for the Musketeers here, Eli.
About a 5-yard run there from Jones. That last play was going to be a 1-yard pickup. Well, the previous 3 runs for the Musketeers have only been 1-yard gains. That's not a very good thing to have at this point in the game, as we might saw a timeout on the field here.
Yeah, we got a timeout from Salem here. They're going to think over this 3rd down and maybe give themselves a little bit of time to get a 2-minute drill of their own, as there's a 1:56 here from Salem High School. Eastern still leads 7-0. This is Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie for WSLM, and we'll be back after a short message from our sponsors.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School, home of the Lions. Eastern leading 7-0 with just under 2 minutes to go in this first half. They've got a 3rd and 14. Can the Musketeers keep this drive going and try to get a big lead going into halftime? They've got trips, wide receivers off to the right. Drury once again alone on the left. Bannett with Jones in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's looking at Drury. Pump fakes to Drury. Airs one out to Drury. Drury, that one is going to be thrown long again. Drury really trying to sell the pass interference on the play. He's never going to get that one, Eli.
Not quite at all. There was no contact, if any, there. It's been a great defensive stand on the secondary. We claim to be a weak secondary for the Lions. Came up a little tough there, stopping that play. We're going to see Bannett punt the ball away for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Cody Bannett's first punt of the night. First punt from any side tonight. I mean, we mentioned the one ended on a touchdown, and then the rest have been turnovers or turnover on downs. First punt so far from either side. Back deep to return for the Lions is that back there?
Can't quite get a number off of him.
I believe that's Ponsford back deep. That's going to be a low punt there. Ponsford catches about the 25, gets up to about the 35, to the 40, to the 45, still churning, to the 50, wrapped up by Nathaniel Rankin at the 50. A huge return from the Lions to set up a very, very dangerous 1 minute and 37-second drill here, Eli.
That Ponsford return there is showing that strong return game for the Lions. It's really showing a tough adversity management there. Like I said, I'm going to keep repeating it, 16.7 yards return. Got to punt it further than about 25 yards on Bannett for the punt there. Nice setup for the Lions down with 1:37 to go.
Yeah, Ponsford, normally the tight end for this Salem team, showing a very nice one-hop catch. Maybe should be playing shortstop for him too, but setting up a very dangerous position here on their own 49. Mull back under center. He takes the handoff, pitches out to Bowling. Bowling trying to cut it up sideline, gets up past the 50 into Eastern territory before being shoved out for about a gain of 4 on the play.
Nice little run to the outside once again, with the Musketeers allowing that one out there. McBride was lined up, ready to take that tackle back, but he got his shoes, and he got knocked out of his shoes on that one and taken down the field for about 4 or 5 on the pickup.
Yeah, we got a 2nd and 6 here, 1:30 to go. Going to see what Salem's cooking up here to try to get this game tied before going into halftime. Something to mention, they do actually have a real kicker. 1 for 4 on the year along a 32. So, I mean, they're going to have to get him pretty close for these to be in his range, but it's something to look out for. Mull back under center, motioning Dent through. He's going to pitch it to Dent once again. Gets up to about the line, gets up to about the first down marker, and we're going to see where that one's spotted. A great little run by Dent again, met by Nathaniel Rankin once again.
About a 5-yard pickup there for Dent. A little trickery for the Lions once again. We like to see the little change up here, but the same play is ran over and over again. That far side of the grass is getting kind of jealous of this near side.
Yeah, the Lions almost sort of like Brownstown, a lot of trickeration in their backfield, but we're going to see what Mull has here again. Another pitch to Denton. He is going to be met early.
And that ball comes out.
Fumble. I don't know if he was. I think he's going to be down before that fumble there, but regardless, a 4-yard loss on the play, setting up a 4th and 5 here for this Salem team. Gonna see what Coach Gleason draws up here. I mean, dangerous to maybe go for it here, but also, once again, a punt maybe not going to do all that much for Eli. It's going to be an interesting decision here.
No, as we see a timeout for the Lions here, man, that punt won't do much for him. Now, as I see it, they punted the ball. Musketeers will take it to the halftime locker room, but it's not going to be changing out tonight. I like to see the Lions go for it in this 4th and 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting spot of the field from the 40 to the 40 out in this field. I mean, that's always interesting area to punt from. I mean, sometimes, you're going to switch the field, but, on a 4th and 4, a risky 4th down to go for it, which would be setting up Musketeers just shy of Lions territory if they fail here. Going to be an interesting call from Coach Gleason.
It sure will. And it seems like a better time than right now to mention that we're going to have a trivia question here at halftime with 49 seconds remaining till that time happens. I will, for everyone in the comments, when the halftime happens, the clock hits 0, I'll put a question for all you on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Let's just hear it right now, Eli. Let's say it
all
for
right.
all folks at home.
I will put it up on the thing right now.
No, let's just say it out on the air because, there's people on the radios too, Eli.
When was the last time Eastern has beaten Salem?
Yeah, back-to-back that. Mole in the shotgun for the first time here tonight. He's looking to throw. The lefty throwing down the field, and Ponsford's going to be incomplete. Salem having a touchdown on that play. Wide open, Ponsford going up the seam. He's going to lose his feeding, and Eastern going to set up in very dangerous territory here. 44 seconds left here.
Six passes on the night for the Lions, and they've only completed 3 of them. They're 50% from the field here on the passing. Not very well to start here. And to recap what we were saying before, that big open drive there, open pass from the Lions, the question was, everyone listening on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, comment in the comment section. If you're on the radio, you can answer to yourself and hope you're right. We will give the answer after Commissioner's Corner in halftime show.
Now, our first ever Eli Guthrie trivia question maybe will be a reoccurring thing if the folks at home like it. But the Musketeers take the field on their own 45, 44.1 seconds to go left in this first half. He's got 3 wide receivers off to his left, takes the snap, looks for Temple, finds Temple, going to get up to about the 45, but we're going to have a flag on this play. We're going to see what that call is.
This one's likely to come back again. It looks like a holding call on the outside for the Musketeers.
Going to see what the call ends up being. Was a nice little pitch and catch. False start for the Musketeers. Maybe that one should have been blown dead.
That's a dead ball penalty.
Don't know why that play was allowed to continue there, but regardless, stopping the clock with 39.4 seconds on the play. 1st and 15 for the Musketeers. Got very little time to get this drive going to maybe get a little bit more points before halftime, Eli.
Yeah, that signal can also mean illegal formation. That might have been what the call was there. That's why the play was allowed to continue.
Maybe there, Eli. That's why we got Eli Guthrie, the rules coordinator, up in this booth. He keeps me going sometimes. But we're going to see what Coach Dean's drawing up. Just under 40 seconds left here. Eastern still leading Salem 7-0 at Salem High School. Bannett back with 3 wide receivers off to his right. Jury alone on the left. Hands off to Jones. Jones gets up to about the 50. Going to be wrapped up around the 48, and that clock is going to keep on ticking.
No timeouts for the
Musketeers
Musketeers.
are out of timeouts. The clock has eclipsed 30 seconds. Eastern's going to have to get going here on 2nd down if they're going to get any more plays off. As we're below 20 seconds here, Braden Jones having a good run on that last play, but just 15 seconds left in this first half. We're going to see probably the last play of the game here for the Musketeers. 10 seconds left. Bannett getting ready for the snap. Might just see this one getting taken to halftime. 5 seconds left. And we're going to see the Musketeers just take this one into halftime with a lead of 7-0 over the Salem Lions. The Battle of Washington County is underway. Minimal punches thrown so far, Eli, but Eastern still leads 7-0. We will be back with Commissioner's Corner and then a little bit of a halftime show. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie for WSLM. Thank you for tuning into this first half.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Battleview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Battleview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, it is, I say this all the time, it never stops for you and your staff and the member institutions and the kids and parents and communities. But it is a very busy time. We're in the fall tournament mode. We are in pairing show mode. We're in week number 6 of high school football. So there are so many things going on with you and the staff and everybody else involved, not to mention you continue to have your principals meetings all around the state. So for those who think that you and your staff don't just sit in offices on Meridian Street on the north side of Indianapolis, there's a little more to it than just that, is there not?
Well, there is, Coach. And, it's everybody thinks the association is just a standalone entity. And, we're not. We're responsible to our member schools and our member school principals, all 410 of them. And we want to get out there and spend some time with them. And today we're sitting here in Odin, Indiana at North Davies High School, visiting with the people in the southern part of the state. And tomorrow we're going to be in Fort Wayne at Huntington, Fort Wayne area in Huntington, visiting with the folks there. And that'll be our 8th of 8 meetings. And it's been great to visit with the people, but we get feedback on how's it going out there with our schools and how their seasons are going. And we also talk about changes that we need to make within our bylaws, the member school bylaws of the association. What better time to get information instead of sitting down with somebody face to face in a room full of athletic administrators that care about kids.
I would think that we need 2 hours to spend time to talk about the challenges that all of you have. Obviously, challenges present opportunities, as people like to tell you. But this day and age and this time in our culture, amateur athletics and education-based athletics are under siege from other entities, private entities putting on tournaments and all these kinds of things. AAU, I don't want to single anyone out, but I think everyone understands what I'm talking about. And it's hard to do what you do.
It is, Coach, but it's so worth it. I always tell people we got to remember the why. And this thing points back to 1903. And the reasons we got into this business for the principals at that time were because people didn't do things the right way. And people were trying to congregate on super teams and professional athletes were playing. And there was no standard of academic excellence for participation. And, I can go on and on and on. And I think we all know the story. Without a structure that promotes an education-based system, we're going to return right back there in a hurry. I never want to disparage AAU or Little League because it's still kids involved with adults. But what we do is designed to promote the growth and development of all student athletes. And I often say, if what we're doing is good for the last kid who makes the team, then we have our eye on the right prize here. And, a lot of those other organizations don't ask what the grades are on a daily basis. Don't go meet with a teacher so the kid can do better in the classroom. That's what we do. And that's so important for setting kids up with some tools that they can take with them into the rest of their life. I always call it filling their toolbox. And we like to do that in this education-based system.
Paul Neidig with us, the commissioner of the IHSAA Girls Golf Regionals coming up, tournaments coming up, pairing shows. I mentioned it last week, October the 8th for the football pairing show. You're going to have other pairing shows coming up. They're going to be very busy on IHSAATV.org. Are you not in these next few days?
We are. We actually just had a pairing show last night. We did the bracketing for our unified flag football program, phenomenal program with students with intellectual disabilities and traditional student athletes. And we're going to have a tournament coming up with that. But yeah, you and Paul Condrey are going to be naming off those brackets here on the 8th of October in our Rick Vanderweilen and our Vanderweilen Family Studios. And we're excited about that. But like you said, started off, Coach, we just finished our girls golf sectionals. We have regionals this Saturday, and then we're going to turn right around at Prairie View Golf Course in a little over a week, and we're going to celebrate our first state champion of the year.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hello, folks. Craig Martin at Billy Martin's Store. I'd like to start off by saying a big thank you to everyone that voted us your best place to purchase appliances, furniture, and floor coverings in Washoe County for another year. At Billy Martin's Store, we have so much more to offer our loyal customers. Not only do we carry a complete line of GE Hot Point and Speed Queen appliances, but also a full line of home furnishings as well. Beautiful, quality name brand furniture and living room suites, sectionals, recliners, dining room suites, bedroom suites, lamps, and sectionals. And Bose Bedding, made in the USA, and Moe's Furniture and Bedding is made right here in Southern Indiana. Billy Martin's Store has a nice display of all of your floor covering, carpets, vinyls, tiles, laminates, Somerset hardwood flooring. We offer you low prices, free home and business estimates, and professional installation by our own installers. Billy Martin's Store offers you free delivery, free haul away, and our own professional service on what we sell. Janice, Tanya, and I will be happy to help you in selecting the perfect item for your home or business and stand behind you if you have a problem. Billy Martin's Store has been serving Southern Indiana and the Louisville area for 164 years and counting. As the fifth generation and Tanya the sixth, we would like to say a big thank you for all of your support year after year. Billy Martin's Store is located in the heart of downtown Martinsburg, or feel free to call us at 967-3997, and we'll be glad to help you.
Party time is rolling on at McDonald's in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. Hosted birthday parties are continuing to gain in popularity. McDonald's birthday parties include goodie bags for each guest, a gift for the birthday child, meals with the choice of cheeseburger, hamburger, or nuggets, along with fries, choice of drink for each guest, birthday cake, and ice cream. Now, the Play Place is closed for an inclusive 2-hour private party. That's right, the Play Place closes down for the 2-hour event. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your party for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. Renee and her staff will set everything up, take care of all the serving and work during the party, and take care of all the cleanup. All this for a party of up to 10 kids for $130. And it's just $5 for additional children. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Battleview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
If you're looking for the best Mexican food, stop in today at El Camino in Salem. And don't forget to stop in before the game or come in up until 10 p.m. on Friday or Saturday. Come in during lunch for great specials during the week starting at just $5.65. The Speedy Gonzalez for $5.65. A taco lunch, $5.65. The quesadilla or enchilada lunch for just $5.65. Or try your choice of lunch fajitas for $9.95 or the burrito zapata. New menu coming soon at El Camino in Salem, and they're hiring servers. Weekly specials include Tuesday's taco special, buy 3, get 1 free, and Sundays, kids' meals are half price. Whether you stop in before or after the game, El Camino's is something for everyone in the family. Open till 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, and weekdays 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Stop in at 403 South Main Street in Salem, or call ahead at 812-586-019 for carryout.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie. 8 minutes and 40 seconds until we get this game resumed. We're going to bring it back for a little bit of a halftime show. Eastern leads 7-0 over the Salem Lions. Eli, bring us back for that riveting trivia question you had earlier.
We thank you for the one person who participated in that. Christy Lewis, you got the answer right.
Christy Lewis.
It is
right
2011 here at Salem. Eastern beat the Lions 34-7 under Coach Dablow, the new athletic director for Silver Creek.
Yeah, that's taking you back a while. He's been at Silver Creek for a good close to, I don't know, that's been a while now.
It's been a long while.
Football coach at Silver Creek, then athletic director. I mean, getting to be the athletic director for those dominant Trey Kaufman state championship teams. I mean, that's always going to be a nice job to have, but
for sure. Yes, 12 years ago.
Yeah, 12 years ago. Maybe getting the first one back in the win column for the Musketeers tonight. As we mentioned, They lead 7-0. Eli, this one is looking to be a way bit short of what John Harrell had it at. 31-24 is what he had. 7-0 here at halftime. I don't think anyone here thought this was going to be a defensive battle, Eli.
I didn't either. And to be honest with you, the yards are very low on either side of the ball for even passing and rushing. We see a lot of good things from both sides. 4 possessions to start the game, 4 turnovers. Both sides had 2, an interception, a fumble, and a turnover on downs. And made it very tough for both teams to get going. I saw that Musketeer touchdown to begin the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, got to see one of these teams get going eventually. One of these teams is bound to break away at one point. But, I mean, it is always going to be a county clash. They always tend to be close. But, I mean, in years past, they've usually been close, but in about the 30s or 40s by the end of the game. So, I mean, going to have to see an offensive explosion from both these teams to see that happen in here tonight, Eli.
I agree. And put it into terms for you of yardage, Musketeers only have 44 yards passing on 6 of 12, 50% for Bandits tonight. And we only have 90 yards rushing through the first half. That does not bring up very good numbers. Very successful touchdown meaning drives here. Lions have very similar on theirs, except 31 yards for passing and 3 for 6, 50%, very almost identical on the stat sheet here. With 91 yards, 1 yard separating these two teams on their rushing games tonight, makes it very, very skeptical on who can pull away when it comes second half play.
I mean, you can't draw it up better than that on the stats. Almost identical running numbers from two very run-first teams. I mean, Eastern getting their only score of the game off that spectacular Caden Temple catch. I mean, I continue to say it. If Washington County had an ESPN top 10, he would be in it almost every week for something he does out on that football field. But once again, adding a miraculous catch to extend the only score of this game, taking a 7-0 lead for the Musketeers.
It sure is. It's been a great, can't say great. It's been a very acceptable start for the Musketeers.
It's been one of the games.
It's been one of those games, an instant classic. You're going to see this one on TV in 30 years.
Yeah, this is certainly
classic.
One of the football games that has been played this year. But I mean, these are two respectable defenses, Eli, but neither of these teams are really known for just shutting a team down. And for them to both be just battling at each other like this, shutting each other down, is just not something I really saw.
These two teams are very identical, like the stat sheet shows. They're both giving aggressiveness and fight on either side of the ball, allowing no room for either team. You have those few areas of distress from the Musketeers giving up those outside runs for multiple yards at a time. But other than that, nothing really changing for the Musketeers and the Lions tonight.
I mean, both these teams giving up 3+ scores to Corden, and now both of them holding each other to a 1-score game from both teams here. I mean, 7-0 is just a shocking outcome for this halftime. I mean, what has got to change for Salem to get back into this one, Eli? First off, they're going to have to get a stop because Eastern sets up shop first in the second half.
They sure do. They're going to have to set up a little differently for the Lions tonight. They came into this game looking for answers, looking for revenge from where they look. People keep saying, John Harrell saying 31-24 Musketeers going to prosper tonight. Well, they're looking to come back with more numbers, looking to be more successful in the second half than they were the first half, making things a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be huge for Salem to be able to stay close in this game. If they're not taking the lead right away, they have got to keep it within a couple of scores, because I don't know how Salem would be able to really pass their way back into this game. I mean, quarterback Mull, 21 of 45 on the year, just a 46% completion percentage, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, he has almost as many rushing yards on the year. I mean, has more carries than attempts. I mean, this is a Salem team that runs the ball, then runs the ball again, and then almost certainly on third down is going to run the ball again. So, I mean, got to keep it close in the second half.
They sure do. This third quarter is going to be very, very important for the Musketeers. Salem is giving up 65 points on the year in the third quarter to each of their opponents. It's going to be a big test tonight to see if the Musketeers can keep that number raising and put up a few touchdowns. On the plus side of things, Salem puts up 14 points on the year in the third quarter, more than they put up, a little less than they put up in the first and second quarters, causing some trouble here. It could be a runaway tonight. The Musketeers can prosper on this third quarter.
Yeah, Salem on the year outscored 231-96, playing their tightest game so far there. I mean, last week was close versus Corden. They had a close one versus Valley a couple of weeks back, but I mean, a lot of these games have been lopsided. I maybe the best game we've seen from their defense so far, almost certainly, just looking at the numbers. Got to see them keep it close. But on the flip side, I mean, Eastern's got to quit shooting themselves in the foot, Eli.
They sure do. It seems like to be a reoccurring thing. Like we mentioned, you said they're showing a little bit better defensive strategy here tonight. The Salem Lions are. Their third down efficiency this whole year is 37.7%. That's not a very big number, not a very high number considering they played six. This is their sixth game of the year, or sixth game of the year. Now tonight, it seems that number's gone a little bit up higher tonight. They've stopped the Musketeers on multiple third downs, allowing not many room for them to move on these third down conversions. They had turnovers too. This defense is playing pretty well tonight for the Lions.
And speaking of this game, just 2 minutes left to end this halftime, the extended halftime show. Got a little bit of fireworks going off during the youth team. Had a nice performance from the marching band as the Musketeers are back out on the field. The rest of the team that is out tonight, notably Brody Temple hobbling back out on crutches. Going to hopefully see that Brody Temple heals up well in time for basketball season. He's always going to be an exciting one to watch on the hardwood, but Eastern having to play most likely the rest of this football season without him, as both teams are on the field. Minute 30 until we get a little bit more Washington County football. I'm going to pass it over to Eli Guthrie for a little bit of a score update.
To conclude this halftime show, I'm going to give you guys the sporting updates around the area of what's playing on tonight. We have West Washington at Perry Central live right now as we speak. West Washington is trailing 7-14 against the Commodores at Perry Central. West Washington, Perry Central, 14-7. Perry Central is up right now in starting the third quarter. But not only that, we have tonight, the first pitch probably just happened. We have the Reds at St. Louis, the Cardinals, Dylan's favorite team. First pitch is at 8:15 about 2 minutes ago. Then we have, like I said, West Washington at Perry Central. Then we have Indiana Sports Talk concluding our game tonight, 9:30 to midnight on WSLM 97.9. Then Saturday, tomorrow, 5 a.m., the early risers, early bird gets the worm, 5 a.m., Indiana Outdoors, if you like that, if you get up that kind of stuff. And then we have that series continuing between the Reds and at St. Louis, once again at 7:15 p.m. for that opening pitch. Then IU at Maryland, 3:30 p.m., WSLM 97.9. Illinois at Purdue, 3:30 on 97.9 as well. Then Sunday, October 1st, we'll see Rams at Colts on 1 p.m. here on 97.9 WSLM. And then that series also continue for Game 3. Reds at St. Louis once again at 3:15 for that opening pitch. A lot of good games this weekend here on the radio on WSLM. We'll see a lot of good ones tonight as we are concluding under 2 minutes here.
Yeah, we're going to see a very exciting end to the postseason. MLB season this year. Reds for maybe the first time having a chance with just games to play to maybe make it to the playoffs isn't looking all that in their favor right now. They're going to need a lot of help. Got to see if the Cardinals can't keep him out or not. Maybe see if Adam Wainwright takes some plate appearances this week. He's retiring, of course, but we got 2 minutes until some more football, Eli. Let's get a score update from around the area.
We have Charlestown and Corden at Corden. Charlestown is leading that game 21-0. We don't have
a rough year for them, man.
Yeah, rough year for Corden.
For the Panthers. Hearts are out to that team. They're going through it so far.
They are. And then we have Tecumseh coming down, playing Springs Valley at Springs Valley. Springs Valley is up huge on them tonight, 46-0. Now Greenwood Christian comes down from Greenwood, play Clarksville. Clarksville's getting handed to him 28-6 so far. Then you'll see Bedford North Lawrence down here at Floyd Knobs, 20 against Floyd Central, 21-7. Floyd Central has that one on the underhand right now. Silver Creek North Harrison, a big matchup from Mid-Southern Conference here tonight. Kind of like who's going to decide who gets the upper hand on this conference matchup tonight. North Harrison, Silver Creek starting the third quarter here, 21-14. North Harrison is prospering right now over the Dragons at the Cougars Den. Mitchell Scottsburg, no live updates for that one. New Albany over Jeffersonville, 15-7. Brownstown hammering Madison Cubs, 42-0 as they start the third quarter.
A lot of interesting rivalries this week. You mentioned New Albany, Jeffersonville. That's a pretty big one around those parts sometimes. But, look no further than on WSLM. We mentioned all the other scores in the area. This is the broadcast to be at. We've got a close game, Eli. Not a lot of those from either of these teams so far this year. We're going to see how this one unfinishes. Just about 20 seconds until we're back at it again. What are you looking forward to most here in the second half, Eli?
I'm looking forward to seeing a Musketeer team coming out with a second half mindset, looking to put things away early in the start of the second half. And then the Lions team looking to fight their way back in a little bit. Only down 7-0, yes, but their third quarter number is giving up 65 points all year against their opponent, third quarter, and only putting up 14. I like to see the Lions come out with a little more urgency this time around.
Yeah, let's see how the Lions deal with the kickoff here. I mentioned it what feels like a very long time ago, which, I mean, it was about an hour and a half ago. The Lions did give up a kickoff return touchdown last week. I mean, you don't exactly have Devin Hester back there, but, I mean, Garrett Drury has still been a very good return man for the Musketeers. Maybe he gets his first house call tonight. I mean, wouldn't that be something crazy to see, Eli?
It'd be great to see. You also have back to the dangerous one, the touchdown receiver out there, Caden Temple, back with Garrett Drury. We'll see which one they try to target here, or they just kind of pooch kick it short. There's a big head in my way.
Yeah, certainly going to see those sometimes. But, I mean, got to see what's going on this kickoff. Back to kick it is the kicker, Tally. Hasn't gotten any action so far tonight. He's going to start off this second half. He's going to send it off deep. Drury going to set it up at about the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He's got a gap. Gets to about the 35, to the 40, lays someone down and gets to about the 40. A nice little return for Garrett Drury.
We mentioned his dangerous nature of returning it here in games on the second half opening kickoff. You said this could be a house call potentially. It almost was. He's about one defender away.
Starting to look like it. I mean, we didn't say he was Devin Hester back there, but, I mean, at the end of that play, might have kind of looked like Derrick Henry laying a guy down, getting an extra 4-ish, 5-ish yards on that play. A nice little play there for Drury. 11:53 on the clock. Eastern going right to left on your radio dial. Musketeers back out again. Trips left off to the right. Jones is in the backfield. Bannett takes a snap. Hands off to Jones. Gets up to about the line of scrimmage. Lays it down for about a gain of 4 on the play.
I like that run to start the drive here. It's a repeat of what we saw the opening drive in the first quarter, except this time looking to not have a turnover.
Yeah, Jones getting a nice little start to this second half for the Musketeers. Gain of 4 on the play. Continuing a decent little gain for Jones so far. Got to see how they get him involved, Eli. We saw him last week with a couple of passes, maybe seeing a couple of screens to him throughout this night, but a lot of them up the middle once again. All receivers are off to the left for the Musketeers, motioning Drury through, takes a snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones misdirections a little bit, gets up and gets the first down, and the Musketeers are now in Salem territory.
A 7-yard run there from Jones, able to slice and dice, revert his way through that defensive core of the Lions, finding his way through, getting a first down, 7 yards. I like it.
Yeah, one thing Braden Jones does well is he usually falls forward. I mean, it's something that feels so, natural, but, I mean, it is a very underrated part of his game. I mean, it's something that is appreciated whenever you can fall forward for an extra couple of yards every time you're getting brought down. But Musketeers set back up. Bannett in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands back off to Jones, gets stripped up at about the line, falls forward for a couple, maybe going to be out about 4 or 5 on the play. A successful first down for the Musketeers.
Already 16 yards on this drive for Jones on the rushing side of things, able to open things up for himself and find his way through this defensive core for the Lions. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. They've gained quite a few yards starting this drive.
Yeah, Eastern very quickly into Salem territory, set up by that return by Drury, getting them to the 40. Just 3 plays later, about a gain of 16 to about the 45 here. 2nd and 5, 10 minutes left in this third quarter here. Musketeers still lead 7-0. Bannett in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers off to the right. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looks to throw. Pump fakes. And he's going to be sacked at about the 50. Not going to be a play the Musketeers want to remember there. A huge play for the Lions on 3rd down.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 now.
Yeah, setting up the 3rd down.
Not favorable for the Musketeers, as they were looking to put that ball a little bit further down the field this time around. Not quite able to set that one up as he could not find a progression down the field, get sacked.
Yeah, Bannett going through his reads, pump faking once, being brought down by a swarm of Lions. Not just one guy getting off the edge there, a whole pride of Lions, if you will, there, Eli. But just 7 seconds left on this play clock here. I think we're almost certainly going to see another Musketeer timeout here as they continue to have fits with getting these plays off before the play clock goes, Eli.
We mentioned that clock management has been a problem this year for the Musketeers. They've had multiple delayed game penalties. Rather they do that, or they ended up having time to have to call timeouts, useless timeouts early in the second half or first half, like one right now. 9:18 to go, already using the first timeout.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times you're much rather going to have that timeout later whenever you're trying to stop the clock with 2 minutes to play rather than with 9 minutes to play in this third quarter. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, Eli. Keeping it a 3rd and 11 here rather than a 3rd and 16, which would have almost been a 3rd and impossible there. But going to see how Eastern drives here. The first 3 plays getting into Lion territory, then taking that sack, getting them back at about the 50, just barely in their own territory here. If it could be any closer to the line, I don't think it could be, Eli.
I don't think so either. We're looking to see a huge play for the Musketeers here. I think we're going to see Bennett dropping back in the pocket, looking for a progression this time.
3 receivers off to the left, including the tight end King. Temple alone on the right side. Bennett takes a snap, fakes the toss to Jones, looking for Temple. And that ball is going to be caught by Brant Ferris on the sideline of all people. Not exactly what the Musketeers were looking for. A little bit of an errant ball from Bennett, setting up a 4th and long on the play.
Not a bad rollout there. Couldn't quite find. He had all his receivers on this left side of the near side here for where we're sitting. He was not really had much options on that right side. He was looking for that curl route once again, like we saw in the first half 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get it that time.
Bennett was looking for Temple, ends up finding former Eastern quarterback Austin Roberts on the play on the sideline. Not going to count for a first down as Temple punts this one away. Much better punt than his first one. Ponford gets it about the 8, gets up to about the 20 now. He's still running to the 30. Gets first met by the 30 by McBride. Ends up getting tackled at about the 37. We got a little bit of a scuffle here. Nothing really going on, but a nice little return for Ponford again. And that's starting to be a common theme in this game, Eli.
It sure has. Ponford's really made his name known on this return game tonight. He's really bringing it out. He might be the main factor, that big average they have on return yards. I'm glad to see that they're actually trying to find their footing now, lining up at the 36.
Yeah, taking another very awkward one-hopper there. Ponsford getting a very good return on the play. Setting up shop here on the Salem 37. 8 minutes and 58 seconds of play. Eastern still leads this one 7-0 as Salem sets up shop for their first drive of this second half. Mull back under center. He's got Bowling behind him, motioning Dent through. That's going to be a toss to Dent again, and that one is going to be met by Nathan McBride, and that's a fumble. McBride to the 25, to the 20, wrapped up there. That is a huge fumble recovery by Nathan McBride, almost a steal, if you would.
That opposing bleacher side over there is erupting after that turnover from the Lions. He was met immediately after getting that handoff from his quarterback, a Mole, and then got murdered, and then McBride was there to rip it out of his hands.
Yeah, we're going to see what the flag after the play was, but what a steal by McBride, just ripping the ball out of his hands, almost saying weight room as he rips that one out, and
sure was.
Almost had a recovery there. It's going to be a horse collar as the Musketeers get even better field position here, Eli.
They're going to be starting the position now at about inside the 10-yard line this time. They're going to be inside the 10-yard line with that big McBride fumble return to the inside here. It'd be great to see the Musketeers put one in the end zone.
That is a huge swing there from going from Salem setting up shop, getting their first drive going, to McBride just ripping that ball out, almost making a house call there, getting wrapped up by an O-lineman there. But Eastern setting up shop on their own 9. I mean, why not have McBride out here, redeem him, give him his touchdown here? But Jones is in the backfield, 3 wide receivers off to the right. He hands off to Jones. Jones gets up. He keeps tumbling. He's going to get down short of the goal line, but we're going to have a flag on the play here. Going to see what this one's all about, Eli.
More penalties plugging this Musketeer offense once again, as they're going to get another penalty, looks like to be here, another holding call as they're all walking backwards.
Yeah, we're going to see what's going on here. Eastern having a nice little run. Braden Jones setting themselves up very close to the touchdown here. Got to see what happens here. Most likely going to be a block in the back on the Musketeers here. Take them back a little bit after
15
that
yards
great
back.
first down run from Braden Jones.
It sure is. They would have been in touchdown scoring position there if he would have not ended up selling that one back. He would have been putting the ball in the end zone the next play.
not quite as bad. I mean, it is a from the spot. So, I mean, going to be setting up shop at about the 14 now. But when the drive starts on the 9, not really wanting to give up those free yards as you came out in such great position. Going to be a very long 1st and goal now. 1st and 14, 1st and goal still.
That's okay here. I think we're going to see a lot more dropping back in the pocket, looking for a receiver this time. It opens the playbook a little bit more for the Musketeers now. They couldn't quite get their passing game going in the first half as much as they wanted to. I see that happening here on this first down of 14. From the goal.
I mean, Eastern's got weapons out of the passing game. We mentioned it in the pregame. Temple and Drury both had good games last week. Caleb King, a little bit less utilized out of the passing game, more blocking a lot of the time. But Temple trying to get it off before the play clock. Gets it off. Gets it to Braden Jones. Braden Jones trying to get to the outside. Following some blockers. He's going to get down to about the 1, almost scoring there, but a huge run by Braden Jones. And let's give some credit to the lead blockers there. Perez and Drury giving him a great convoy of blockers there.
They were, about 3 or 4 of them, able to take care of business, getting him 13 yards back, able to set them up the 1 yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 1 yard line goal. Here we go.
2nd and 1, we almost certainly see Braden Jones punch this one up the gut here. I mean, after that Wildcat fumble last week, I don't think they're going to get very silly with it. As Bandit's in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones is going to get up the middle for 6. Eastern takes a 13-point lead here over Salem. 7 minutes and 48 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. Bandit back out here to attempt the PAT. Great drive there for the Musketeers. Started off with that McBride fumble. Ends up setting up a couple of Braden Jones runs as he just tumbles on into the end zone there on 2nd and 1. Let's see what Drury can do here. Puts the snap down, up. And that one's going to be good once again. Cody Bandit moves to 2-2 on PAT, and this visiting crowd is very happy now, Eli.
They really are. They're all really ready for that Musketeer fight song out of the stadium tonight. We see a 14-0 pull-away lead for the Musketeers now, as this Salem side has gotten very quiet. It's coming this 3rd quarter a little further in.
Yeah, we got to see some fight back here from Salem after that one-play fumble last time out. 7 minutes and 48 seconds to play here, Eli. Got to see a bit of an answer here.
We really do. It's going to be a nice way to see if the Salem has some fight in them tonight. They've given up too many yards on that last play. They had a nice penalty to give them, a little penalty favor there, but ended up setting it back. Once again, giving up 13 yards in the next play, touchdown.
Yeah, got to see what happens here. Musketeers special teams takes the field. Bandit just shortly after kicking that PAT back out here to send this one deep. They've got Bowling back. They've got Noah Deaton back. Got to see what this Salem return team does. I mean, they have some decent numbers on the year. 9 returns and 13 returns respectively for about similar yardage. Bowling has 210. Deaton has 220. So, I mean, decent return numbers on the year. Going to see what this Eastern team does on this kickoff. Haven't really had a lot of issues with kickoffs so far this year, Eli.
They have not, other than that Crawford County game, having those few kickoffs out of bounds, but they're still finding their footing on their kickoffs there. 2nd game of the year, had that turnaround thunderstorm canceling us out there for the first game. First time around, I like what they're doing tonight.
Yeah, they're keeping it in bounds. Eastern's had not really many problems on kickoffs so far. Going to hopefully keep that trend going, as if you're just joining us, the Musketeers lead the Salem Lions 14-0. And Cody Bandit gets this next drive started. Kicks it off. Bowling going to catch this one in his own end zone. And he's going to just take a touchback on that one. That could have been bad, Eli.
It could have been. He started picking that up, fumbling it a little bit, trying to catch his footing, but ended up walking back into the end zone. Not sure why that was called a touchback at that point, but we're going to let the rest
I think it's a smart decision by Bowling to not try to return that one. Just take a step back into your end zone there. Don't make a mistake here. Don't give it up. Don't set up shop really short, but let's see what Salem can get started here. Trotting back out onto their own 20. Trailing the Musketeers 14-0. Mull back under center. He's got Bowling in the backfield behind him. Motioning Pauly through. Pauly trips. Tosses it to him anyways. He's going to be met early by Connor Cleet. Connor Cleet couldn't get him down, but Nathaniel Rankin, having a big game himself, gets him down. Just very close to the line of scrimmage, Eli.
No gain on the play there from the running back of Salem. He's met immediately after getting that handoff. Nothing favoring the Lions right now as we're pushing through halfway, ready to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, this feels like a very monumental drive here. Got to get an answer here or this one could get out of hand. As Mull back under center. No motioning through this time. Looks to throw to Dean. Dean is going to have an incompletion on the play there. 3rd and long here for the Lions. Let's see what they draw up here, Eli.
We'll see. I'm sure we're going to see another pass. I got a feeling they're going to single out Braxton Dean on this right side here on the near side from the Salem bleacher side. I think we're going to see Braxton Dean singled out looking for a long bomb.
Yeah, Braxton Dean, the former Musketeer, getting his 2nd target of the night. Unlike his first one, couldn't quite corral that one in. Set up a 3rd and 10 for the Salem Lions. 7 minutes and 9 seconds to play. They still trail 14-0. Mull in the shotgun. Motioning bowling through. Fakes the handoff. Looks to keep it himself. He's got some blockers. To the 30. To the 40. Keep on going. To the 45. To the 50. And that is a huge play by the quarterback, Mull, to keep this drive going for the Salem Lions, Eli.
A 33-yard run from Mull there on the quarterback keeper. Something we haven't saw from the Lions yet tonight. But the one time they do it, it catches the Musketeers out of sorts, and they line the ball up now at the 47 on the Musketeer side.
Adam Mull, just 5'11", 156, but tossing Musketeer defenders off him there as they are in Musketeer territory. He's back under center. Motioning Denton through. Hands it off to Bowling. Bowling gets up for another big gain, and they are going to be just shy of the first down marker there for a very successful first down for the Lions.
They've had another 7 yards on that one, giving up about 40 yards now on rushing. The Musketeers are. The defense is all on their heels, not knowing what to do next.
Clock just ticking under 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter, almost to the halfway point of this quarter. Salem still trails 14-0 as they are driving 2nd and 3 here from the 40. Mull back in the shotgun once again. He's got Bowling off to his right, motioning through once again. Looking to throw here. The lefty airs one out to Ponsford. Ponsford, that's going to be incomplete. Once again, that same play that almost had a touchdown for Salem on that 4th and out deep in that first half. Ponsford just can't reel that one in. Chandler Dukes may be doing a little bit of a part to tackle him as he's catching that one.
That's their 8th pass of the day for the Lions, only completing 3. They haven't completed a pass yet this second half. That's starting to plug him a little bit as they had him wide open again right there, could not quite get his hands on it.
Yeah, I mean, Salem had 2 wide receivers right next to each other there. Chandler Dukes having a nice little play to tackle him as he's catching that one, make that a hard ball. Quarterback sneak here for the Lions. They're going to get up a very successful quarterback sneak, almost reminiscent of the ones that we saw North Harrison pulling off last week. That's going to be a first down for the Lions. Eastern just really can't stop that QB sneak, can they, Eli?
They cannot. Like you said, they had troubles last week against the Cougars on that exact same play. They up the middle quarterback sneak, cannot figure it out. That line's got to start piling in a little bit more.
Mull back out in the shotgun for very rare time here. The quarterback keeper, once again, he is going to be met early. Musketeers trying to rip that ball out again. We're going to see a flag on the play. Going to see what that one's all about, Eli.
We sure will. We saw a lot of hustling and puffling there on that tackle. McBride trying to do the same thing he did last possession, rip the ball out of there and take it the other way. Couldn't quite get that time.
Yeah.
The penalty is going to be something crazy.
Waylon Perez meeting him in the backfield there. Rare defensive occurrences. It feels like Waylon Perez isn't on defense all that often, but I mean, when you're this short on players as we're getting deep into the season, Eli, something's going to happen sometimes. We're going to see what the call is.
No, not sure what the call might be here on this one. It's iffy up in the air always. We're going to have a personal foul on the defense. Nothing conclusive on what it might be, but it's a personal foul. That plaguing the Musketeers again the second half, like last week and the week before, giving up penalty after penalty after penalty to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I wish we could really tell you, the folks at home, a little bit more about that one, but I mean, almost a mystery on that one. Unfortunately there for the Musketeers, turning a really good play into a very, very net negative there. 1st and 10 for the Lions on their 31 here, deep in Eastern territory. 5:44 to play in this third quarter. Eastern still leads 14-0. Mull back under center. He's motioning Pauly through. He hands off to Bowling. Bowling going to get met by Nathaniel Rankin at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play there, Eli.
Confirmed about 3-yard gain on the play 2-yard gain on the play for the Lions there, able to open the playbook up on that run to the outside. Once again, not really opening the playbook up, but making sure that they know the outside run's always there when they need it.
Yeah, bowling up the middle or just maybe outside the tackle every once in a while. That's all reliable. I mean, you got to have so many reads on these running back options. I mean, they're always having these wing backs go through, but Mull back under center, bowling behind him. Bowling's going to fake the handoff. Pauly going to get it, getting outside. He's going to be met by Caleb King. Throws Caleb King off. Pauly gets down to the 5, tripped up by Caden Temple, and Caden Temple almost certainly saving a touchdown there, Eli.
He sure was. Now it's a 1st and goal for the Lions, giving up over 60 yards of rushing this possession. The Musketeers have. It's been really plaguing them. It's hurting them only now as they're allowing the Lions inside the 10-yard line at the 6.
King met him early on that play, not quite able to wrap him up. Musketeers on their back here. Mull back under shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it out to Bowling. Bowling trying to get into the end zone. Met by Temple, and that's going to be a loss on the play. A huge stand for the Musketeer defense and a huge tackle from Caden Temple.
About a loss of 1 on there. Caden Temple saving the touchdown once again, not allowing that running back to get around him. A Bowling meeting his match there, getting tackled for a loss.
Yeah, Caden Temple, if you know him from Eastern basketball in the past, a great defender, not letting his guy get past him there. A good tackle to set up a 2nd and 6 here. 4 minutes to play. Eastern still leads 14-0. Mull back under center. Fakes it, gets it back to Pauly. Pauly is going to be met almost instantaneously, setting up a 3rd down for this Lions offense, Eli.
Almost another loss of 1 for Pauly there, but ended up finding his way back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6 now. We're going to see a 3rd down and goal now. Nothing on the brinks here for the Lions.
Yeah, Braden Jones was a little bit slow to get off. Maybe a little bit uneasy on his feet there. He is almost certainly going to have to get taken off to the sideline and be checked out. Ref doing a great job there, checking on him, getting him out of the game. He's going to have to be checked in for this 3rd down. Salem, let's see what Coach Gleasing has in mind. Mull back under center, Bowling behind him. Gets his line set, takes it, keeps it himself, and he's going to be met instantaneously. Once again, Eastern having a great goal line stand for 3 consecutive plays here. Got to see what Salem's cooking up here on 4th and goal with just 3 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter.
Loss of 2 yards there. Mull taking it himself that time around. Not much success on the drive, but plays before it. But ended up trying to go back to it and losing 2 more yards.
4th and 7 here. I mean, you got to get a little bit creative. This might be getting to do or die territory. I mean, a lot of football to play, but I mean, almost certainly need some points here as Salem. 2 wide receivers off to the left. Bowling still in the backfield. Mull under center, motioning Dent through. He's going to motion out left, looking to throw. And that is going to be a touchdown for Salem. Cutting this lead from 14-6. Bowling getting his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year. Salem trails the Musketeers 14-6, but they have some life here tonight, Eli.
They sure do. After that one, a lot of life brought back into the Lions offense. It's nothing that we haven't seen before. Able to convert on these 4th downs like they have in previous drives. We like seeing it, but we're not sure if the Musketeers are able to take things back.
Out to kick here is Tally. 9-9 on the year for PAT. Hopefully no commentator curse here. Gonna see what's the action here. Dean the holder. Takes a snap, places it down. Tally, it's up. That one is going to be good. Salem trails the Musketeers 14-7. Salem, a huge drive there, getting to fire off one of their first touchdown fireworks of the night. Maybe going to see some more of those going as we have got ourselves a ball game, Eli.
We do. Now an 8-yard touchdown pass from Mull, finding his receiver wide open like previous before. That time able to connect, unlike other times where he's been over his head or behind him.
Yeah, Mull has shown a great job rolling out with composure here tonight. I mean, the lefty rolling out to his left, finding his wide receiver Bowling wide open in the end zone. Musketeers had corners on the other 2, but Bowling wide open there. I mean, with all the motion they had, have to think that's usually going to be a handoff there for the Musketeers. They bit on that motion through for Pauly. I mean, this Salem offense truly builds upon the last play you always see. And I mean, once you see that play once, I mean, it's always in the back of your head. I mean, the motion through, I mean, they've done it before, got Pauly through That time it's a pass, and Eastern pays the price. 14-7 here from Salem High School as Tally steps back out for his second kickoff of the game here. Going to see which return man he picks this time. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left in this third quarter. 14-7. Tally steps up to kick it. Sends one off long. Oh, short little kick. Going to be a one-hopper, two-hopper for Drury there. Gets it to about the 20, 25, to the 30, and a decent little return once again on a very squibby kick there, Eli.
About 21-yard return there for Drury. After trying to figure out how many times it's going to bounce in front of him, a little squib kick that went a lot further than we anticipated it would. We like seeing it that Drury able to find the ball, bring it down for a few more yards.
Yeah, Tally really putting a good ground ball out there, making it hard on Drury to get a read on it. Drury end up making a decent little return on the play, setting up this Musketeer team on their own 31 here, Eli.
They sure are. We'll see Bannett in the Musketeer offense once again. We'll see if they're able to answer on that 7-point touchdown there from the Lions.
Yeah, Musketeers, that last drive ending in 7, correct, Eli? That was the last drive, was that Jones touchdown. Salem answering right back. 2 receivers to the left, Temple off to the right. Bannett with Jones motioning his guys around. Takes a snap, hands off to Jones once again. He's got a little bit of space. Gets up to about the first down marker and right down at about the 40, 41 area. Going to see how they mark this one, Eli. They're going to have a first down for the Musketeers.
About a 10-yard run there. After that 1-yard touchdown from Jones on the previous drive, ending that one, he's able to open up this next drive here in the ensuing drive and get up 10 immediately.
Yeah, I mean, the Eastern fans really need to enjoy these last 2 years of Braden Jones while they still have him. I mean, he has been a special running back for this program. Got to appreciate him every week because you never know when it's going to be his last one. Bannett takes his snap and fakes the handoff to Jones. Keeps it himself to about the 50, following a couple of blockers to the 40, to about the 40-ish. Lays a dude out almost. Gets down to just shy of the 35 there. A huge gain on the play by Cody Bannett. Getting it down to the 37 on that one.
23-yard run there from Bannett on a keeper. We haven't saw that tonight, or probably even any other game we saw where it worked very well.
Yeah.
Bannett was able to not hand it off this time to Jones, but like everybody else was thinking is going to happen, kept it, got 23 yards on the play.
Maybe Cody Bannett's seen some of those Salem quarterback keepers wanting in on the action there. A good run to set up this 1st and 10 from in Lions territory. 2 wide receivers off to the left. Bannett takes the snap, hands off to Jones again. Gets it up to about the line of scrimmage for a minimal gain. Good job on the defense there from Salem. Effort led by, I believe, number 52, Briscoe.
About a 3-yard gain there from Jones on that handoff from Bannett. We like to see the running game working right now for the Musketeers as they don't have to pass the ball. They're in no rush. They're going to let the clock tick down. The clock management's going to try to work a little bit better here.
Yeah, speaking of that dreaded clock, minute 15 to play in this one. 14-7 is your score. Musketeers still lead after that Salem touchdown.
Letting things go a little bit looser here now as Bannett's trying to motion around his team.
Yeah, going to see once again these 2 wide receivers off to the left. The duo of Bannett and Weiniger. Drury alone on the right side. We're going to see a timeout here on the Musketeers. Timeout. Only going to have 1 left for this ensuing 4th quarter. If you're just joining us, it's 14-7 Eastern. We will be right back after a couple of messages from our sponsors.
Keep playing. Keep working. Keep going. And keep moving with the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health. With an experienced team and a full line of advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose Baptist to help them keep on keeping on. Visit baptisthealth.com/ortho to find a Baptist Health provider.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie. 14-7 is your score. The Musketeers lead as they're driving in Salem territory for this 2nd down. Motioning Drury through his Bannett. Hands it off to Jones. He's going to be met in the backfield early on the play. A huge play by this Salem defense led by Altmaier, picking up his 7th TFL on the year. He leads Salem in that category, Eli.
He sure does. It's nice to see them actually getting in the back for showing some aggression this time around. As that clock is ticking now below 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, Eastern almost going to be able to take this one all the way to the fourth quarter. Just going to be shy of it. Just about 20 seconds left here in this third quarter for this penultimate third down. 3rd and 8 here for the Musketeers. Temple and Weiniger back out to the right. Drury alone on the left. Takes a snap. Hands off to Jones. Gets up to the line of scrimmage. Keeps on going. Keeps on churning. And this is going to be an interesting spot for this. Might be a first down for Jones.
That could have been the deal breaker there. As the chains are going to be moved now. 1st down and 10 for the Musketeers coming up as we start the fourth quarter in a few seconds.
Yeah, that is a huge run from Braden Jones, continuing to run as this clock will expire. 14-7. We got ourselves a ball game for this fourth quarter. The Musketeers are driving. We will welcome you back to WSLM for this fourth quarter after a couple of breaks for our sponsors.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier country. Catch Indiana University football all season long. Coach Allen takes his Hoosiers on the road Saturday to take on the Maryland Terrapins. Join us Saturday. Our coverage begins at 2:30 on the Neal Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School. I'm Dylan Beach alongside my partner Eli Guthrie for this fourth quarter of this battle for Washington County. Eastern Musketeers lead 14-7. Fresh 12 minutes left. Eli, this is going to be a nice, interesting finish here today, Eli.
It will. It's completely opposite of what we thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game tonight, as it was last year. But defense came to play a little bit tonight. Both sides showing what they can do.
Yeah, expected a shootout. Haven't exactly gotten that. Set up for this first down following that successful Braden Jones conversion on 3rd down. Bandits got Jones in the sidecar. 2 receivers off to each side. Motioning Garrett Drury through. He snaps. Looks to throw to Temple. Temple catches the screen. Gets up to about the original line of scrimmage there. Going to be met by a lot of Salem Lions. Going to be wrapped up for a loss there.
He sure actually came out 1 on the play. Looks like up to the 26-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Musketeers on that pooch screen play they ran earlier.
Yeah, decent little screen setup. The blockers didn't really get there all the way. Temple getting a yard out of it miraculously there. Could have been a lot worse for the Musketeers. Setting up for this 2nd and 9. If you're just joining us, we've just started in the fourth quarter, 11:20 to play. Musketeers still lead the Lions 14-7. 3 wide receivers off to the left. King is the tight end on the line. Takes a snap, hands off to Jones, following some blockers, and he is going to waltz on into the end zone. An easy touchdown run there for Braden Jones, a 26-yarder, and that is a huge run for Braden Jones. Braden Jones running into the end zone, untouched there. Great blocks from the Musketeers as they take a 20-7 lead. 11 minutes and 8 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Going to see if Bannock can't go 3 for 3 on his PATs tonight, Eli.
I like that play from the Musketeers right there. He went untouched, not any contest into that end zone. The high stepping touchdown again, Musketeers to open up the lead once again.
Drury looking for the snap. He takes the snap. Hold is down. We're going to have a jump here. Going to see which side we got it on. Maybe moving this kick back a little bit. Going to see which side we got this on. Going to be a jump on the Lions here. Maybe going to be an interesting play call for the Musketeers. Probably going to bring the team back out here to go for 2 here.
I could see that being a possibility. As they look like they're doing that exact thing right now, as they're going to Bandits welcome to the line, ready for this next drive. And that's 2-point conversion.
I would say Tony Romo predicted it, but I definitely saw the players getting their helmets ready to run on the sideline there. But Musketeers, let's see what Coach Dean draws up here to maybe take an extra 2 points out of this one. We're going to see how this ends up coming back to play. Musketeers bringing back out those 3 wide receivers off to the left. Jones is in the backfield. King is still the tight end on the right side. This is going to be a very interesting second down. Got to see if Salem can't load this box to potentially stop Jones here. Temple takes a snap, gives it to Jones, and Jones tumbles on into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. Eastern Musketeers lead the Salem Lions 22-7. You have it here on WSLM with me and Eli Guthrie on the call. A huge, huge drive for the Musketeers there, Eli.
It sure was. We saw quite a few plays going here and there for the Musketeers on that last drive. Now they're able to open up a 22-7 lead over the Salem Lions. Looking to slay the Lions tonight with their Musketeers swords. We're looking to see it now with 11:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Sam's have a lot of huge drives in front of them if they want to come back.
Yeah, we mentioned it. It has been 12 years since Eastern has knocked off the Lions, going all the way back to that 2011 season, and then going back to the 2010 season where they beat them miraculously back-to-back years, the only 2 in program history there. Maybe going to be seeing win number 3 in it, Eli.
It could be tonight. Looking very probable at this point. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Musketeers here tonight. They came out to play. We had that packed Musketeers side of the bleachers. We're loving what we're seeing tonight from the Musketeers, able to hopefully get this cross-county rivalry wrapped up with a win.
Yeah, the Musketeer faithful would love to be leaving here happy tonight. I mean, it's been a lot of years in between these wins. Could be a huge mood setter for the rest of this Musketeer team. They're 2-4 on the year, Eli. Couple of very close ones. Could have easily pulled out another win or 2 so far. And I mean, on the flip side, the Salem Lions 1-5 on the year. Hopefully, trying to mount a fourth quarter comeback. I mean, you never want to start a year 1-6.
You do not. And the Musketeers, looking like we said earlier, looking to get that first win in 12 years. We were in first grade the last time they won their game against the Lions.
I mean, would that have been Trey Albertson at running back? I mean, a great Musketeer there if he's listening tonight. And Cody Bannett's going to kick this one out of bounds. He's had a couple of issues with that throughout the year. Thought he had kind of wrangled it in a little bit. I mean, that last kickoff he had was a great one, but I mean, that one's going to set up Salem with a nice little bit of field position.
At the 35-yard line, it's looking very good right now for the Lions.
Yeah, I
on
think
this
we're
next
going to
drive.
see a re-kick once again. Not going to get to avoid these return men. I mean, in high school, I mean, it's not the worst pick in the world to make them re-kick it. I mean, return men are so dangerous at this level. I mean, both sides have had a couple of good returns here. You're going to see how this one unfolds, Eli.
We sure will. I'm glad what we're seeing. They're going to let him re-kick it a little bit. It's going to be cool. As we have a comment on here, it says Trey Albertson's senior year was 2011, and Michael Givens, it was 2010. So, yeah, about first grade, and Cody Bennett is really showing out now for the Musketeers. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael, for that comment. I mean, those were some very special teams. I know we were very young, but I have very vivid memories of Trey Albertson just running all over the place those years. I mean, he still got his picture up on the wall at Eastern. Great running back for the Musketeers. And, I mean, maybe we have another great Musketeer running back on our hands. I mean, we've had a line of good ones over the years. I mean, Braden Jones might be the next one in that
category
there, Eli.
Yes, I agree. Braden Jones has been a huge asset to his Musketeer team the past 2 years and picked his 3 this year.
Bannett retrying the kick here. He's going to get that one down. This one going to stay in bounds here. Bowling going to field it at about the 15. Gets it to about the 25 before he's wrapped up by Caden Temple. Maybe getting up to about the 30 on the play. Eli.
A nice textbook, not lower the head, but wrap up tackle there from Caden Temple. Stopping a little bit, about 5 or 6 more yards on the play, holding him up at the 26-yard line. Caden Temple making a huge asset. He's about becoming one of the Swiss Army knives of this team.
Yeah, Caden Temple, I mean, we've known about his offensive ability all year. He's continuously shown it on defense, too. I mean, a handful of interceptions throughout the year. One on the night, making a very important tackle there. As the Salem Lions get back out on the field, looking to answer here. 22-7 is the score still. Mull back under center. Takes a snap, looks to throw. He's looking for, and that one's going to be short. Going to be overthrowing Dent on the play. Had a couple of steps on Reese Weiniger there. Just going to be a miscommunication there for the Lions on that one.
Just a little bit over his head there. Had his hand on it. It seems to be a recurring thing that Mull throws him behind him or over top of him every time he throws the ball. Lat receiver right there had his hand on it, but could not quite bring it in. as he is looking to try to make an acrobatic catch.
I mean, it's felt like Salem's had a lot of chances to get some big plays in this one. The multiple ones to Ponsford, I mean, that one would have almost certainly been close to the first down marker. As Mull takes the snap, he's got a quarterback keeper. We're going to have a flag on the play as Chandler Dukes wraps him up by the ankle at about the 35. Mull leaping forward for about another 3 as he's wrapped up, but this one's almost certainly going to be coming back with how early that flag was.
It sure is. It's going to be a holding call, I see, as they've been confirmed by the referee. Now we're going to be seeing the Lions lining up even further back in their own territory for a 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, I mean, getting those extra 3 yards might be a little bit crucial on that dive forward. I mean, we know that the holding just goes back from the spot at this level, but regardless, a nice little break there for the Musketeers. Set up this 2nd and 20 here.
Yes, it will be. I'm looking to see, hopefully the Lions open things up, try to throw the ball once again like they did on that play before the holding call. Not sure how they're going to come approach this next play, but looking to see a pass.
Yeah, going to see what the Lions are getting to here. I mean, just 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one. Got to get going if you're going to get back into this ball game, Eli.
I agree. It's been really close now. 10:35 to go. They have a lot of ground to make up with such little time to do it.
Mull back under center. He's got Bowling behind him. Fakes the hand off to Bowling. Gets it to Dent. Dent gets up for about a gain of maybe 7-ish on the play. Eli didn't have a great view on it, but a good run regardless for Salem on the play.
It sure is. Now they're on 3rd and 13, still behind the original line of scrimmage and chains, looking hopefully to get something back here on the conversion. They can't afford to put him a 4th down here.
And I mean, I absolutely nailed that prediction of a gain of 7 on the play. I mean, I'm starting to look like Tony Romo out here, Eli. Your beloved Tony Romo. But see what Salem can do here on 3rd down. 10 minutes to play in this one. Mull takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw. He's looking for Dean. He's got Dean at the 45 down to the 40, taken out of bounds by Caden Temple, but a huge catch by the former Musketeer, Braxton Dean.
Yeah, it was. It's a huge, huge catch by Braxton Dean, making up for that big conversion they needed. Bring him up now at the Musketeer 39-yard line. Huge, huge conversion.
A huge pitch and catch from the lefty Mull down to Braxton Dean. Braxton Dean meeting Caden Temple in matchup. That's his 3rd target of the night. A huge catch there to keep this Lions drive going. Mull going to toss this one to Pauly. Pauly keeps going. Following some blockers. He's going to miraculously get going, and he's going to score. That is a crazy run. Looked to have been brought down a couple of times. Pauly is going to score that one. And Salem is back in this ball game once again, Eli.
We saw it earlier. We said it earlier. Huge, huge comeback now for the Lions looking up. They used very little clock on that last possession now. 41-yard pass to Braxton Dean and a 39-yard run to conclude it for a touchdown for the Lions.
Yeah, huge one there. Going to see if Salem goes for their 2-point conversion now or later. I mean, we mentioned it earlier. Eastern getting Salem to jump off sides earlier. Going to see if that comes back to play. I mean, Salem's going to have to get a 2-point conversion at some point. Looks like they're going to go for it here. 22-13 is your score. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to play. We got a 2-point conversion attempt for the Salems. Mull back under center, motioning Pauly through. Looks to throw again. He's looking for Bowling, and almost like that touchdown play earlier, finds Bowling wide open, and Salem trails the Musketeers 22-15, and we have got ourselves a game once again, Eli. You can't keep this Lions team out of it.
You cannot. 9.5 minutes to go. It's 22-15, like you said. We're going to have a huge finish this game tonight. As we thought, it was already going to be wrapped up with the Musketeers at 22-7 lead.
Yeah, I mean, that is a just crazy drive from Salem. The catch by Dean to extend the drive, and I mean, the run by Pauly, I mean, that is an impressive run. Almost was brought down a couple of times. I thought he was brought down. I stopped calling the play at a certain point. I mean, he kept on running there and getting into the end zone, and that is a huge break for this Lions team as they come back out onto the field only down 7. Got to see how Eastern responds here. I mean, if you give up an early 3rd down, 3 and out here, I mean, this game could be anybody's up for grabs here.
It sure can. We're going to see a lot of pressure now from the Lions on defensive end. I can only imagine how we're going to see that. They're going to probably bring a lot of QB pressure now as they're only down by 7 points. with this fourth quarter winding down.
Got to see how this one ends here tonight. Got to see how Tally can send this one off. Salem trails 15-22 here. Tally back out here once again. Got left off the field for that PAT on that last attempt. Had to get that 2-point conversion. Going to see how he sends off this next drive. Steps back to kick, squibs it up a little bit. Salem's going to have a chance at this ball here. And Reese Wanniger, he's going to try to fall on it. Salem's going to recover. I think Salem's going to recover that. That is a crazy turn of events. Oh,
wow.
My goodness. Salem has pulled off the very long onside kick, and that is a very turn of events here. This is a completely new ball game, Eli.
It really is. It seems to be very, very interesting. Now with 22-15 coming up, I can't believe what we're seeing here. That like 40-yard kick for an onside.
I mean, that is an absolute blunder by Eastern there. They have got to find a way to get on that ball at some point. As Salem sets up deep in Musketeer territory here. 1st and 10 from the 23. Mull back under center. He tosses it to Pauly again. Pauly gets brought down at about the line of scrimmage. We're going to see a flag on the play. Got to see what this one's going to be about, Eli.
We sure do. Now the Musketeers are on their heels again on the defensive end, giving up that onside kick. We can only imagine that's going to be on the Musketeers now.
Yeah, we're hearing murmurs of a face mask. Going to see what the official call is. If it's true, that is a huge break once again for the Salem Lions as this drive continues, and Musketeer defense is going to have another huge test deep in their own territory, Eli.
They sure will. We've seen it in previous years where they've been up by double digits and then let team come back and win this game. Hopefully it's not the case tonight, but it could be if the kids keep going how it is. The Salem faithful now on their feet, pounding the bleachers, ready for this next play.
Salem still trails 22-15 from the Musketeer 11. Mull back under center, takes a snap, gets a quarterback push up the middle. Going to get a very nice gain on that quarterback sneak. Don't even want to call it a quarterback sneak, almost more of a quarterback push, almost like what the Eagles like to run so often. It is a definite weakness of how the Musketeers have to defend against that every week, Eli.
It is. They know it now. Lions know it now. That's a huge problem for the Musketeers able to defend
if
that.
they watched any film, they would have known it. I mean, it was bad last week. Once again, a great push from the Salem team. 2nd and 5. It comes again. Not as successful of a push, but still getting it inside that 5. Still 8:45 to play in this one, folks. We got ourselves a ball game. Eastern leads 22-15, but Salem 3rd and 3, 3rd and goal here. Got to see how this Musketeer defense responds, Eli.
We do. Now they have a huge 3rd down on their plate. Musketeers have been pretty decent in this goal line tonight. We're hoping to see a little bit more adversity management from the Musketeers on this 3rd down play.
Got to see how it is here. Musketeers loading the box a little bit, hoping to not get quarterback snuck on again. Gets it to Bowling again, and Bowling is going to be met early, setting up I'm not going to say it quite yet, not going to be a game-deciding 4th down, but this is certainly getting close, Eli.
It sure is. Now it is a 4th down and 2 from the 2-yard line. Lions looking to hopefully come back in this one, only down 7. It all comes down to this for this game.
Games are decided in the trenches. This Musketeer team has been holding this Lions team deep in their own territory. Mull back under center. He snaps, looks to throw, and he's going to find Ponsford wide open. The Lions are going to have a chance to tie this one up. A quick pass to Ponsford. Gets 6 for the Lions. 7:41 left in this one. Tally to attempt the PAT to tie this one up. And how it has changed in this one, Eli.
Yeah, the Musketeer defense run committed that last play there. Ended up once again giving up a wide open touchdown pass. Well, not touchdown pass, but a pass. The Lions, every other time they've overthrown them or made it off charts. But now
Salem getting dicey with it. Coach Gleason bringing his team out to try to take a 1-point lead. Musketeers hoping to keep their lead here. We're going to see a
Musketeer timeout
for the Musketeers to draw this one up. This Salem side is rocking. The stands are shaking. The Musketeers have got to recover here.
They do for one heck of a time. They got to recover now. They cannot allow this 2-point conversion to go good. I'd like to see I imagine we're going to see another over-the-top pass or little flat pass again, like they done that touchdown pass earlier. But if not, it'll be a run up the middle, I feel, from Mole to Bowling.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Coach Gleasing's play calling ability on the goal line. I mean, they've been stuffed multiple times, got down to their fourth down a couple of times deep in their own territory. I mean, they always have been finding answers here, deep here. Got to see what he draws up here again. I mean, got to see what the Musketeer defense comes out. I mean, how big could a stop be here, Eli, with control of the clock? I mean, this could be a huge play in this one to see if Eastern takes their first time trailing in this one, or if they can hold.
It'll be huge to see if the Musketeers can hold this fourth down conversion here for a 2-point conversion. We don't know, but if they can hold them, the clock is now in their favor. But they can't go out there and do a couple run plays and get stuffed again. But they'll be pinned. It'll be a kickoff coming up after this. Hopefully we'll see no conversion.
Yeah, we're gonna see what Mull has here. He's under center. Braxton D not wide. He takes the snap, passes it out to Bowling. Bowling, he's gonna be met. Bowling, he's gonna get there, and he is ruled no good on the play. The Musketeers get the stop.
Wow.
The Musketeers get the stop. Bowling reached out for it. He knocked the pylon over, might have been out of bounds, but Eastern gets the stop. And oh my goodness,
we got a 1-point game on our hands.
We got a 1-point game on our hands.
Man, Musketeers in the favor right now, 22-21, 7:41 to go, Dylan. This is going to be an exciting finish to this county rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, we doubted it earlier on how this game could get going, but it certainly has, Eli. Maybe a premature fireworks celebration there from the Lions sideline, but regardless, got to see how Salem responds here. Bowling being shoved out of bounds, reaching for the pylon. The ref says he was out of bounds because he knocked that pylon over, Eli, but ref saying he's out of bounds. Musketeers keep a 1-point lead, but all the momentum is on the Salem sideline right now, Eli.
It is. He Michael Penix that 2-point conversion, but not quite get it like Michael Penix
It was more like the Taven Jackson versus Louisville. Didn't quite get there.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. But now we're going to see Cody Bennett, the Musketeer offense now coming out onto the field, looking for more clock management after this kickoff.
We got to see what the Musketeer hands team's looking like. I think they're going to be a lot more cautious on this one. Have a lot more running backs out there. They can't give up another onside like that one. That was an absurd change of momentum. Let's see what Tally has here. He steps up to kick. The ref blows his whistle. We get going here again. Tally, another squib kick. Rankin gets on that one. Nathaniel Rankin making the one thing a lineman should never do, trying to get up with the ball. But Rankin is going to miraculously recover that one. Musketeers catching a break there as Salem went for it again.
About to see another onside recovery for the Lions. Another big pooch, a long pooch kick, onside kick for the Lions. Man, it's going to change. It could change the pace of this game a lot.
If Eastern wins this game, they've got Nathaniel Rankin's hands to credit for it, Eli. That is a miraculous recovery. I mean, was diving on it. Ball pops out, gets the ball back, tries to get up with it. I mean, I guess avoiding the pile there, but Eastern takes the ball here. 7:31 left in this one. Takes the snap, hands off to Braden Jones, gets up to the line, gets up for a good little gain there on the play. Eli.
About 6-yard gain for Jones on the play. Now it's 2nd down and 4. And that clock's going to keep rolling. And Salem only has two timeouts left, I believe.
Yeah, that clock's always going to keep running. Got to see what Eastern can do. Got to have a nice long drive here. I mean, Salem gave them the chance to just run this game out if they can have a successful drive here. But 7:10 left in this one. 2nd and 6 from the Musketeer 46. 3 wide receivers off to the left. Braden Jones in the backfield. Motioning Drury through his Bennett. Takes the snap. Passes out to Temple. Temple's got a little bit of room, and Temple's going to have a first down and more. A nice little conversion for the Musketeers on that one, Eli.
About an 8-yard pass and catch again from Bennett to Temple. We love to see it. We like to see they're changing things up a little bit because the Lions run committed on that last run play there. Found the screen pass for Temple out to the outside. Musketeers are moving.
Good play action screen pass there. Maybe crucial there for Salem is that the clock stops because Caden Temple was shoved out of bounds there. Clock's going to stay at 6:56 for the time being. Musketeers still lead the Lions 22-21, Eli. Bannett in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Jones. Jones is going to be met by a lot of Lions, and he's going to get back for somehow a gain on that play. Looked like there was maybe early jump there for Salem because, I mean, no one blocked by that Musketeer line.
No, it wasn't. 2-yard gain from Jones there on that one. Looked to be about a 3-yard loss, but we're not for sure anymore. It's been great. Exciting finish here coming for the Musketeers and the Lions.
Somehow getting some yardage out of that was Braden Jones. This clock keeps on moving. Almost to the halfway point in this fourth quarter. 3 wide receivers off to the right. Bannon the shotgun once again. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Jones. He's got a quarterback keeper here. And that ball's going to come out. That ball was on the field, and Salem recovers. Salem recovers the fumble. Bannon tried to handle one. Ball came out. And Salem takes over with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in this one. And oh my goodness, Eli.
That is a situation where you hit the deck. You do not try to do anything fancy. He tried hurdling a defender. You get down. Let this clock run. Bandit shot themselves in the foot there. Lions come back out for offense.
Yeah, you got to slide on that one. Eastern got a little too many guys on the field here rushing to get some off. Salem back out here, 1st and 10. Mull in the shotgun, motioning, bowling through. He's going to bumble it. He's going to keep it. Eastern is going to have a lot of guys in the backfield for a big loss on the play.
A loss of about 5 on the play there for the Lions now, setting up at 2nd down and about 15. We're going to see hopefully the Musketeer defense able to bring back some more of that aggression they had in the first quarter.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been something there, Eli, if Mull would have fumbled it right back. Just over 5:45 to play in this fourth quarter. Eastern holds on to a 22-21 lead. It's 2nd and 13 from the Lions 30. Mull back under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Dent. Dent going to get met early by Nathan McBride, and that is a huge tackle setting up this 3rd down.
Gain of 2 there. Nothing coming much of that. 3rd down and 11 coming up for the Lions now. We saw a lot of progressions from the Lions on these past few drives, especially at that onside kick now. They're lining up 3rd and 11. Musketeer defense has to make a conversion here.
This Musketeer defense, no stranger to adversity today. A 3rd and 11 here. Just over 5 minutes to play in this one. Eastern still leads. Mull back in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Looks to pass. He's going to find somebody. Bowling for a 1st down and more. Eastern, another blown coverage on the man himself, Bowling, once again, Eli.
I bet a 15-yard catch there from Bowling.
Evan Bowling continuing to leave his name on this one. Getting open again. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one. Eastern still leads 22-21.
Yes, we do. It's now the 46-yard line.
Mull back under center. Still in Lions territory. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Gets it to Pauly. That one's going to be met early by the Musketeers in the backfield. Originally met by Caleb King. Being wrapped up by Connor Gilstrap on the play. A huge 1st down stop for the Musketeers.
Loss of 4 there for the Lions. Once again, like the previous set of downs. Man, they're warming their kicker up here on the sideline like they have been all night, making sure he's ready to go if they have to use him for that last second.
Yeah, they've got Tally along the 32 on the year. Got to get him pretty close. Doesn't have quite the Justin Tucker range, but, I mean, no one at this level does. Mull back under center on 2nd and long. Looks to throw. Takes the scramble out. Perez is chasing here. A flag on the play. Mull is going to take off here. Going to be pushed out of bounds at around the 48. And that one's certainly going to be coming back here, Eli.
Yes, it is. It should bring up a 2nd down and 24 for the Lions here if this play goes the Musketeers' way, which we don't know so far.
Yeah, I mean, if it does.
And it does.
It's going to be on the Lions, and that is a huge break for the Musketeers as Mull got a lot of that yardage back. Would have set up a very interesting 3rd down from just inside Musketeer territory, Eli.
It sure would have. Now 2nd and 24, a long 24. With the clock now underneath, 4 minutes to go in this ball game. Musketeers lead by a favorable 1 point only.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes all it takes is one, Eli. We're going to see if that's where the score remains here tonight. Clock is going to stop at 3:53. Going to get going here once again because of the flag. But Eastern defense has been called on multiple times to get a stop tonight. They've been successful a couple of times. Not successful inside the 10 where Salem scored on this last drive to get down 1 here. hold them on that 2-point conversion. Got to see if they can't get another stop here. Second and barely on the call sheet here is Salem. Mole under center. Fakes it out. Pitches it to Dent. Dent gets met by Nathan McBride. He's still turning, but Nathan McBride makes the huge tackle to set up a third and still very long here for the Salem Lions, Eli.
It sure is. McBride saved about a 6-7 yard more gain on that one. I like McBride holding on to that one, not letting go.
Yeah, McBride holding on for dear life, making that tackle. We're going to have a timeout here. 3rd and 21. This one could be getting close here. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie here for WSLM, and we'll be back after a short message break.
Keep playing. Keep working. Keep going. And keep moving with the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health. With an experienced team and a full line of advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose Baptist to help them keep on. Keeping on. Visit baptisthealth.com/ortho to find a Baptist Health provider.
We welcome you back here to Salem High School. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie here for WSLM, and we have got a Washington County classic on our hands, Eli. The Musketeers lead the Lions 22-21. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left. Both sides are on their feet. 3rd and 20 here for the Lions. Mull under center. He's going to take the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looks to throw. He's looking at Dean. Airs it out deep for Dean. Dean, and he's going to be out of bounds. That ball is going to air out of bounds, setting up maybe the deciding 4th and long here, Eli.
It sure will. He had the right idea on that one. Dean rumbling down the sideline, looking for a huge catch. Yeah. The ball was about 3 or 4 yards out of bounds.
Just let him out of bounds a little too far there.
He did. Game-deciding play here for the Lions.
Punt back here. Salem putting their defense back on the field. They're going to trust their defense here. I mean, 4th and 20, if you don't get it, Eastern is very, very close to scoring there. They're going to see what they can do here. Not going to be able to onside punt this, unfortunately, for the Lions with all the success they've had. But we're going to see 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in this one. Eastern still leads 22-21, and the punt is off. That's going to be a decent little punt there. Going to land at the 35, roll on down to about the 25. Gets to about the 22 for a very good Salem roll. But we're going to have to see a long drive here for the Musketeers. They've got to waste off some more clock here, Eli.
They sure do. Good defensive stand for the Musketeers there. Pushing them back even further. The penalties plagued the Lions on that last drive. But now we're going to see if the Musketeer offense can hold this clock and let this game expire.
I mean, say what you want about this Eastern team, but this defense has not given up tonight. I mean, they've been put in some very, very bad spots by special teams or turnovers, but they have continued to answer, and they have kept this lead that the offense has given them. A hats off to the defense here tonight, as this offense has 3 minutes and 28 seconds left to burn. 22-21 is the score still. Eastern still leads. 3 wide receivers off to the right. Jones is in the right side car to Bannett. Bannett in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks for Jones. Jones gets up, falls forward for maybe about a gain of 1 on the play, Eli. Good start for the Lions.
It is a good start for the Lions in defensive end. A gain of 1, like you had mentioned. Nothing short of what we saw recently on the past few drives. I'm liking so far how the Musketeers are taking their time here. Lions have 1 timeout, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many are left there. 2 for the Lions. That's what I was thinking. Just use that last one. 2:59 left in this one. Just under 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 10 for the Musketeers from their own 22. Bannett. 3 wide receivers off to the right once again. Jones is in the backfield again. Takes the snap. Tosses it out to Jones. Jones trying to get outside. Tries to get upside a little bit. We're going to have a flag on this one. Maybe a very minimal gain there. We're going to see what this flag is about. This flag could be huge for how this game ends, Eli.
I don't see how this could be a holding call in the position they are in. It was mostly Salem players around Jones as he was trying to rumble down, but I can see a holding on the outside of that line.
Yeah, we're going to see here, and it is going to be a hold here.
On Eastern.
What is going to be holding on Eastern? Just unfortunate there for the Musketeers. I mean, we have mentioned in the past the penalty bugs. That one's going to be declined by the Lions, setting up a 3rd and long here 2:41 to go in this one, Eli. What do you see here for the Musketeer offense?
I see a pass. They cannot afford to run the ball here because they will have to punt. They get a fourth down in any situation.
That clock, it could waste another Salem timeout. It's going to be an interesting call here. Certainly cannot turn the ball over here once again, like that Bennett fumble earlier. I mean, this game could have been over by now if that never happened, Eli. But
exactly,
the Musketeers are back out. The Salem faithful are rocking the bleachers. Bennett motioning Drury through. Takes the snap. Hands off to Jones. Jones gets met very early, and Salem is going to get the stop they need. 2 minutes 24. We're going to have a timeout from the Salem Lions, and they have got their stop. And once again, this Eastern defense has been tasked to get stops all night long. They're going to be asked one more time to get one more. And we are seeing an instant classic here tonight, Eli.
We sure are. We got to get a big punt out of Bennett here. He got to make sure he send this one deep down the field. Like we said, the Salem return team is pretty tough when they come back the ball, 16.7 yards a game, or excuse me, a return time. We're going to see a huge time here for the Musketeer defense. They got a big stop last time. Let's see if they can repeat themselves.
Yeah, Ponsford has been good on the return so far tonight. Eastern has to have a good punt. They've got to somewhat flip this back into Lion territory. Got to see what Musketeers can do. Cody Bannett going to have a chance to send one deep. It's going to have to be pretty deep for Eastern to be able to have a little bit of comfort, any sort of comfortability in this last 2 minutes and 24 seconds, Eli.
Salem had just used their second timeout of the half. Only one remaining for the entirety of this ball game. We're going to see how they can manage this game a little bit differently now with only one timeout, one opportunity to stop this clock.
Yep. Bannett is back to punt. Ponsford is back to return. He's at about the Lion 35. Bannett catches it. Punts. Ed is a good punt there. Going to take a hop at the 40. Going to roll to about the 35.
Pick it up.
Roll back to about the 40. That took a great Salem roll there. But 2 minutes and 14 seconds. This is some classic Indiana football here. We're going to have an exciting finish here, Eli.
We sure will. Bannett was able to flip the field there, but not nearly as much as he'd like to. The ball made a bounce backwards, and the Musketeers seemed like lackadaisical. They didn't want to jump on it.
Should have been down at about the 35. Ended up taking a little bit of backspin back to the 40. Not a great bounce for the Musketeers on that one. As this defense is going to be asked to bend, not break one more time here. Mull under center. Takes it, looks to throw here, gets met. There's going to be a flag on the play as Mull takes off and runs. That's almost certainly going to be a block in the back. Nathaniel Rankin was getting in there, left tackle shoving him in the back. That one's going to come back. Another big break for the Musketeer defense.
It is. They're bringing up that's a loss of down. Isn't that? I don't know 100% sure if that's a loss of down penalty, but if it was.
I'm not sure if it will be, but it's certainly going to set them back a little bit more. And that time from that previous play is going to keep running off there.
It sure will. It's going to be a huge setback for the Salem Lions offense here if they're looking to drive this ball down the field for a game-winning field goal or touchdown.
Yeah, got to see. We kept on reminding that the Salem Lions do have a designated kicker. Tally, he's 1 of 4 on the year along a 32. Holding on the defense here, and that is a crazy turn of events there as Salem's going to get that first down from the run and even more. And I'm not sure where that call came from.
I am not for sure either. What a miraculous, surprising call from the referees there. Now ball's on the 50, 2:08 to go, neutral.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. Eastern still leads 22-21. Mull in the shotgun. He's looking, motioning, bowling through. Takes the snap, bobbles it a little bit. Hit as he throws. Braxton Dean tips up. And Eastern almost having a game-sealing pick there. Oh, my gosh. Cody Bannett out there at free safety, almost having a chance at that one.
That ball was tipped high in the air on that one. Enough Musketeer receivers or defensive players there to pick that one off. Couldn't quite get their hands underneath it. 2nd down and 10 from the neutral area.
2nd and 10 from the 50. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in this one. Mull back under center. He's got bowling behind him. Looks to throw. Looks for Dean. And that one's going to be incomplete again, setting up an early 3rd down. And this Eastern defense has been answering the call so far, Eli.
They sure have. 3rd down and 10. Now coming up for the Lions. Mull trying to find Braxton Dean on that one. They wouldn't have got to the 1st down marker, maybe 2 or 3 on that game. Nothing crazy. But now they have a 3rd and long instead of 3rd and medium.
2 minutes exactly on the dot, Eli. This is where this game is going to be won or lost for one of these sides. A spectacular game so far. This third down for this Salem offense. Mole back out in the shotgun. Got a wide receiver on each side, motioning Dent through. Fakes the handoff to Dent. Looks to throw. He's got a guy open downfield, and Bowling is going to have another catch. And Bowling has been the thorn in the Musketeer side all night long. 1:55 left in this one. And I think clock's going to stop for this first down here. Eastern reeling on defense here. Has to find a stop here. The clock is back rolling. 1:50 to go. Mole trotting back out here after completing yet another pass to Bowling. Mole back under center. Motioning Dent through. Pitches it to Dent. Dent stiff arms his own man. Dukes gets to the outside. Dukes wraps him up, and that is going to be a huge tackle for Dukes as this clock's going to keep running as they did not get out of bounds there. Just under 1:30 in this one. Musketeers still lead 22-21.
Now we're looking for that field goal range here for the Lions. They're not anywhere near their field goal record yet.
Really close.
They got to get to about the 18-yard line. They're still 10 yards away.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an exciting 1:21. Eli. Timeout issued to the Lions. Last one of the game. Eastern still, if you forget, they still have one left in this one. Salem using their last here. And, I mean, this is an exciting game, Eli.
It really is. They're on the ball on the 29-yard line now. 2nd and 6 for the Lions. They had to get pretty far up there for a 32-yard maximum field goal for their designated kicker here. It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be very bad. Think about it, 17 yards added on to where the ball is placed at for the field goal. The ball will be at the 15, 16-yard line for that kind of kick.
Yeah, still got a lot of yards to gain here for Salem. This Eastern team has room to bend, but they certainly cannot break and give off the touchdown because they would be setting up with very minimal time left in this one. I mean, every once in a while, Eli, a game of football comes along to remind you why you love this game so much. We have one of those on our hands here tonight.
We sure do.
This one has been a pleasure to call. Thank you all at home for listening to this one. We will have the last 1:21 of this one here on WSLM. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie. Eastern Musketeers lead 22-21. And Chandler Dukes is going to be trotting off the field here for the Musketeers. Was hurt during that downtime there. Going to see what happened on that one. Chandler Dukes trotting off on his own power. Helmet off. Prayers are going out to him. Hopefully he gets back. Probably won't be returning in this one tonight, but Chandler Dukes has been a huge part of this Musketeer offense throughout the year. Going to see how this one unfolds.
We're going to see Temple now covering Dean here on the near side.
Yeah, that matchup's been interesting all night long. Mole back under center, motioning Dent through. Hands it off to Bowling. Bowling's going to get up the middle. Bowling's going to get it to about the 20, and that is a big gain and a first down for the Lions. Clock's going to stop here because of the first down. 1:16 left in this one. Can Eastern get the stop? Mole back out under center, motioning Dent through again. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to pass. He's going to take off on his own. He's going to take off, get out of bounds at about the 6, and they're certainly in field goal range now, Eli.
They sure are now. A 13-yard run. That time again, Musketeers are breaking. Like you said, they can bend, but they cannot break. They're doing exactly what they said they couldn't do. And it's really, really hurt them now. 1:03 to go. Clock is now mutual.
Ball on the 9. Eastern has been so good inside the 10. They have got to get 4 more stops to be walking out of Salem here victorious. On the other side, Salem just 9 yards away from a 13th consecutive victory over the Musketeers. A first down QB sneak going to be met very early for the Musketeers, and that is a great start for the Musketeer team. 55 seconds and counting. This clock's going to keep ticking. We're going to see if they bring out the kicker eventually, Eli. It's going to be an interesting decision if you keep punching it in. If you got a 4th down, if you're kicking this field goal from very close or if you're going for it, Eli.
Yeah, no timeouts either for the Lions here. So their clock manager's got to be a little bit more powerful here if they're going to make sure they have enough time for this field goal.
35 seconds left. Now down to 30. Mole gets it again. Looks to QB sneak again. Met early by Nathaniel Rankin. A great stop there from Nathaniel Rankin as we are underneath the play clock. Almost certainly going to see the field goal here.
They don't have a timeout. Sam does not have a timeout. They got to get to this line.
We're going to see it here. 10 seconds left in this one. Mole back at the line. Tries to QB sneak again. He's going to keep getting met. 5 seconds left. There's a flag on the play. We're going to see who this flag is on. This could push them out of field goal range, Eli.
It sure could. It pushed them from the 6 to the 16 now. If it's a holding penalty on the Lions, that put them out a 33-yard field goal, 1 yard out of their next field goal.
That clock stopping on that flag could be huge because I don't think they were getting that field goal team on in time there.
They were not.
We're going to see what this call is about. Got to see what this is.
You cannot call a timeout without a timeout here. The Lions do not have a timeout. And that's a
sideline warning on Salem there. 4 seconds and 4.9 seconds left in this one, Eli. Timeout to Salem. They kept the timeout due to that injury is what ends up happening, I believe. But, I mean, gonna be an exciting last 5 seconds of this one, Eli.
It sure will. I can't believe that'd be a sideline warning on Salem, though. That flag initiated from the right side, far side, away from the Salem sideline. I don't see how they can make that call from that side of the side of the field.
Ends up being unscathed is Salem. We're going to see the kicker trot onto the field.
For the game-winning field goal here in Salem.
Senior Johnny Talley on his senior night. Can he be the hero? Number 10.
This is going to be a 27-yard attempt.
Gonna see what it is here. Gotta see what it is. Trying to hush up this Salem sideline is the players. Talley with the entire town of Salem on his back. This is the ball game. The snap goes to Dean. The ball is down. And blocked! The ticket blocked. Eastern is going to win this ball game. Eastern High School has broken the streak.
The game is over.
The Musketeers have won it. What a game here. The kick was blocked.
Flag sideline.
On the play.
The clock had expired. The ball was dead after the field was blocked, though.
What is this flag going to be?
No, both sidelines were on the field.
Both sidelines ran on the field.
This
would be an awful break for the Musketeers if they lose this on a flag.
Nathaniel Rankin had his hand on the ball when his knee was on the ground, which means that's a dead ball at that spot of the play.
That should be a dead ball, but crazier things have happened, Eli. We got to see what this call is. The refs are still talking about it. As it stands right now, there's zeros on the clock. We have got to see what happens here. I mean, this game should be over, Eli.
It should be over right now. We're going to see what the referees decide here. This is a make-or-break moment for the Musketeers. This is exciting.
Waylon Perez still on the field. Got
waiting for the verdict.
This call is Eastern maybe prematurely celebrating there. Got to see what these 5 refs decide here if we're going to keep playing football or if this one's over, Eli.
Here we go.
Calling both coaches over here. Don't think we're going to get to find out what this is until we see the players celebrating. Very frustrating looking Coach Dean at the moment. Dean is looking very disappointed on this play. I don't think this is going Musketeers' way.
I don't think so either. We're going to try to block this kick once again.
I don't know how we get back on this field. That ball was almost certainly downed multiple times by the Musketeers. This ball game should be over. And now the Salem coach is mad. Coach Gleasing might be getting a flag here. He's yelling. Salem might have lost this one. Eastern Sideline's getting good news here. I think this game might be over, folks.
I do too. There's a lot of emotions from the Salem sideline here.
Coach Gleasing doesn't look very happy. Coach Dean walks off the field. And the Musketeers have won this ball game.
It is over.
The stretch is over. A crazy finish. Got to find out what happens after this game. But right now, the Musketeers are lining up. Both teams are lining up. And the streak is over.
The streak of 12 years is done.
A crazy game here tonight, Eli. A very, very crazy kick that I tried our best to describe the commotion there. Final score, Eastern breaking the streak, 22-21. Coach Dean, the former Salem Lion, walking back into Salem, knocking off his former team. And that's got to feel good for the Musketeers, Eli.
It sure does. This is an immaculate finish to this game tonight. Wow. Holding the Musketeers to only one touchdown this second half. And now coming back and fighting for another chance. A blocked field goal from the Musketeers, setting this one home. Musketeers prevail, prosper for this win tonight.
That's a special one, folks. I mean, thank you once again for listening to the show. We will have a post-game show after a few commercials here in a bit, but let's talk here for a little bit, Eli. We can't send it off quite yet. What a game, Eli.
It was amazing. I'm cold chills up here.
I have them too, Eli.
This is wild. We can't imagine you guys can't imagine the feeling here at home, how it feels here in this situation. The Eastern bench over there going wild as that verdict was played out.
I mean, on the flip side, heads held high for this Salem team. I mean, a valiant effort. They fought their way back into it. The onside kick really had this Eastern team scared and reeling there for a bit. But once again, this Eastern defense answering the call, getting another field goal block. And it feels like they've had quite a few of those on the year so far, Eli. But, I mean, great game from both teams. And, I mean, I don't think we're going to see a better game for a very long time, Eli.
I don't think so either. This is by far the best game we've seen all year from the Musketeers. Now, they moved the record to 3-4 on the season, I believe. 3-4 on the season. They're 3-4 on the season now. One game under 500 now. 75%, but they're one game under 500.
Yeah. I mean, they're certainly chasing that 2011 team in the win column. Have 3 games, got to get back to 5. I mean, we say this all the time. I mean, 5-5 might not sound like an inspiring season for a lot of teams, but I mean, for Eastern, that's second most winningest season ever in history. So,
it is.
They've got to keep rolling.
Coach Dean's getting chased down by athletes now.
Chased down by some Gatorade. I don't think they're going to get it to him. They're looking for the next coach to go.
And they got him.
And they got one of them. Coach Dean, that might have been the fastest he's ran since he was at IU.
Yeah.
He was out of there quickly.
He was track athleting that one out of there as soon as possible. We love it. We love this game tonight. It was great. We will send you to a break. We'll be back with a post-game show live on WSLM.
If you're looking for the best Mexican food, stop in today at El Camino in Salem. And don't forget to stop in before the game or come in up until 10 p.m. on Friday or Saturday. Come in during lunch for great specials during the week starting at just $5.65. The Speedy Gonzalez for $5.65. A taco lunch, $5.65. The quesadilla or enchilada lunch for just $5.65. Or try your choice of lunch fajitas for $9.95 or the burrito zapata. New menu coming soon at El Camino in Salem, and they're hiring servers. Weekly specials include Tuesday's taco special, buy 3, get 1 free, and Sundays, kids' meals are half price. Whether you stop in before or after the game, El Camino's is something for everyone in the family. Open till 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, and weekdays 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Stop in at 403 South Main Street in Salem, or call ahead at 812-586-0199 for carryout.
Bring on the garlic. Get ready for another epic event this summer with Papa John's new Garlic Epic Stuffed Crust Pizza. This is the third version of Papa John's Stuffed Crust Pizza. First, there was the regular cheese stuffed crust, and then they added pepperoni into the crust. Now, this pizza has garlic in 3 places: in the crust, on the crust, and in a cup with its special garlic dipping sauce. The pizza has a blend of cheese with garlic seasoning inside the crust and more garlic seasoning on top of the crust. It's available as a large pizza for just $13.99. Papa John's also has a garlic chicken pizza, which has a hand-tossed original crust with real cheese, vine-ripened Roma tomatoes, grilled all-white chicken, artichoke, roasted garlic, and fresh cremini mushrooms on a zesty garlic ranch sauce. Call 812-883-3369 to reach your Salem Papa John's, or stop in at the corner of Main and Hackberry Streets to pick up your hot, fresh pizza today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Don't forget to get your Papa John's for those Friday night tailgates. Order a pizza and tune into the game on WSLM 97.9 FM or WSLM 1220 AM or streaming on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter.
We welcome you back here for the post-game show on WSLM. Eastern 22, Salem 21 on a blocked field goal and a controversial finish to the game after the blocked field goal. Sideline warning already initiated. Amazing.
I mean, that's a crazy game, Eli.
It really is. I'm amazed still. And then we see so many great things of both squads tonight, able to put things up. We have 4 turnovers to start the game, 4 possessions, 4 turnovers. It went better from there. Only 2 turnovers between the teams, or 3 turnovers between the teams. After that, everything went to plan for the Musketeers tonight, breaking that 12-year streak, 2011 to 2023. The Musketeers now hold that throne of restarting it, now having a 3 games on the record against the Lions tonight.
Yeah, they said you could beat us for 12 straight years, but it won't be 13, Eli.
Yeah, it will not be that magic 13, that evil 13 number. Man, they showed it back. The final weekend of September, the Musketeers come out to play, and they take the win tonight on the road in Salem. What a game.
Yeah, let's start wrapping this one up. I mean, if you got any scores for us, Eli, we can hear those. I'd like to go back to a segment we introduced last week, our players of the game. I mean, let's go offensive first for you, Eli. Who's your offensive player of the game tonight?
My offensive player of the game tonight would probably be Braden Jones. I can see him. He got in the end zone that one play, 3rd down, got in the end zone, or 3rd quarter, got in the end zone, put this lead up to 22-7. And then he was able to march down the field, get different running availabilities down, and break away to a great finish. I have Braden Jones, my offensive player of the game.
Yeah, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, Eli. I'm going to agree with you on that one. It's got to go to Braden Jones. I mean, a lot of the weeks it's going to go to Braden Jones. I mean, I'd like to shout out Cody Bannett too. I mean, battling back after that fumble, answering to be able to give a decent enough drive to run off valuable time, and then coming out and stepping out on the field while he was on defense, also very big. I mean, let's pivot here, Eli, to defensive player of the game. Who do you got there, Eli?
I have the defensive player of the game as Nathaniel Rankin. I see he made a lot of great plays tonight, able to fight through that adversity he was bringing, make great tackles. It was either him or Chandler Dukes. But I have Rankin overpowering him a little bit, bringing the power back, having a lot of great tackles. Controversially, on that last field goal here, blocked field goal, he was down on the field and had to handle that ball, which initially brings that to a dead ball. He might have sealed the game tonight for the Musketeers.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I either got to give that to Nathaniel Rankin or whoever the mystery man was who blocked that kick. I mean,
yes,
we're not going to find out until I can take a look at the film from this week, but whoever got the hand on that kick going to be very popular in Pekin for the next couple of weeks here. I mean, a huge block, maybe the biggest play of the Musketeer season, might end up being the most influential play of the entire season. I mean, you can't put a price on how much momentum that gets you. I mean, this Eastern team has got to build upon that and keep going as this year goes.
They sure do. And they're playing that Musketeer victory song on that sideline. It seems like every fan that piled into that the way bleachers are now on the sideline with that Musketeer team, cheering them on as they've now beat their county rival. We love it. We're glad to see it. Like you said, mystery man who blocked that field goal to seal this one tonight.
We salute you.
We salute you.
We salute you. I wish they would have blocked one of those kicks to win one whenever we were still in school. Eli.
Yes. You're going to walk, whoever you are, you're going to walk into school on Monday and you're going to be praised. The hallway's going to divide for you. It's going to be great.
I mean, I'd like to end this one off on one comment from the Facebook. Joshua Gilstrap, I liked the learning how to win. I mean, we've mentioned it throughout the year. This is a young Eastern team. Haven't had a lot of winning in the past. Winning these games and being able to pull out these close ones is huge for Coach Dean in this program. And I mean, that is invaluable teaching experience. You can't teach a team how to win a close game.
No.
You just can't do it. I mean, winning games like this is just how you get better.
It's a battle of wits.
It is just a huge, huge night in Pekin. Victory alarms will be going off.
I sure will.
I don't got anything else to say, Eli.
He even said playing both ways and having enough at the end of the game. Like you said, mentioning it's hard to win a close game like this. It's the emotions, the power, the way things go sometimes. We love to see it. They were able to fight through tonight and get this win when they didn't think like it was going to happen when they're the 6-yard line with a minute to go.
Yeah, I mean, once again, thank you all for listening. Let's get a score update before.
Yeah, we're gonna have a few scoring updates.
One more score update before we hit the road here.
Charlestown shuts out Corden Central 33-0 at Corden.
Still praying for the Panthers.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a long year for them.
They've got slayed one too many times this year by multiple swords. We'll see. We'll see. Greenwood Christian takes on Clarksville. Clarksville beating them 49-14.
Big win for the Generals.
Yeah, no, big loss for the Generals.
Oh, I thought you
yeah,
said they
Greenwood
won.
Christian
Oh.
came out down here and knocked them off
I
big.
thought you said they won, Eli. My bad.
No, Springs Valley taking on Tecumseh. Springs Valley putting up huge numbers tonight, 68-7 W. And then this game is not concluded just yet. Doesn't seem like, but it is 22-7. New Albany over Jeffersonville at New Albany in the fourth quarter here in Floyd Central and Bedford North Lawrence, 28-14. Perry Central pulls away from the other county school here. Against West Washington, pulls away big in that fourth quarter, 48-14 final. West Washington falls. And North Harrison falls to Silver Creek, 42-37. Man, what a great one there. Brownstown completely obliterates Madison, 56-6. And Scottsburg, same exact score over Mitchell, 56-6.
Yeah, that Brownstown versus Madison game, that's a David versus Goliath game there. But once again, we're going to send you off here. Thank you for listening here on WSLM tonight. I'm Dylan Beach alongside Eli Guthrie. The Eastern Musketeers beat the Salem Lions 22-21. We will be here once again against Scottsburg. Thank you.
Next week it's Charlestown, I believe, right?
I thought it was Scottsburg next week. Think we got – is that – I don't know. We'll let you know. We'll be here next week.
We'll be there for it. But, yeah, we thank you for joining us. Excellent game, excellent atmosphere. But thank you for listening to us week by week. Like Dylan said, we're here for the long run.
Good night, Washington County.
Yes, good night, everyone. We'll send you out a few ad here, and we'll call this one a night. Thank you.
It's almost time for Halloween Boo Bash 2023, coming up at the Stevens Memorial Museum in Salem on Saturday, October the 28th from 5 to 6:15 p.m. Bring the kids to trick-or-treat in costume and make your way through the grounds of the museum as you visit booths decorated by local businesses, civic groups, and organizations in the community. The event is free and all are welcome. Bring the children in costume and stroll the museum grounds on Saturday, October the 28th from 5 to 6:15 p.m. If your business, church, or group would like to participate, call 812-620-7271 or email wslmradio@gmail.com for more information.
Time to put on the old gold and black. Hail Purdue. And jump on the Boilermakers special.
Oh, Boilermakers! A 39-yard flea flicker!
The Boilers and the Fighting Illini battle for the Cannon Trophy this weekend. Boiler up, Purdue fans. Join us Saturday. Our coverage begins at 2:30 on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
The cars and stars of the